That's still the best intro I've ever made. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Hope everybody's having a happy Wednesday. Hope all is going well. Everybody's week is going well. There was no live yesterday. Probably we might do a live tomorrow.
Oh, we're supposed to because we're going Friday.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a live tomorrow because we will not be going live on Friday. Friday is my birthday, so we're gonna go and celebrate my birthday. I was going to say something, completely forgot what I was going to say. If you're watching on TikTok, please make sure you smash the like button, share the live, do the things that you need to do. We're going to do a different topic today, and we're going to have a usual guest today. We're going to do those two things. It's not my birthday yet today. It'll be my birthday on Friday. Friday is my birthday. So, and it's like an actual birthday. You know how like birthdays usually fall on a Tuesday? You get like once every 7 years, you get a Friday birthday. Something like that.
Is that like a special kind of birthday or something?
No, but you just get it on a Friday. So you don't like have to work that, or you get to do something. Oh my God.
Funky,
you gotta tell me what you do for work so I can quit this job and do what you do. Funky coming in.
Never gonna tell us.
Funky coming in right away. Already filling that dono bar plus an extra 100. There we go. Now we made up for last week. Saving $100 for Rage streams, bro. Thank you so much for your generosity and keeping this channel running. Honestly, at this point, I'm not entirely sure we could do it without you. So we greatly appreciate you being the financial backer for this channel.
Watch Funky be some like really famous person.
So, well, he's gonna start a channel. And he's going to start a channel, and he said, I don't want to use the money that I'm giving John as a means to promote my channel. I'm like, why not? Like, why not, bro? talk about like the humility as well. Like, no, bro, he's going to start a channel. So it could be trash. I don't know. Just because he's paying us doesn't mean he's going to have a great channel. But we could
You're
definitely
be a congressman.
Can definitely look at it. You're going to be a congressman in the future, though. That is what's up. That's what's up. So I'm going to have an in with a congressman and lawyers, bro. I should get into politics now. Yeah. I should start because all you guys are doing it. Let's see. Hold on, just real quick. What do you want to do for that background light? Do we want to do a? Yeah, you know what? I think
the blue is nice.
You think the blue's nice? I was actually thinking the white's nice.
White's really clean, kind of boring.
Clean and boring. You think the blue's better? Do a poll.
A little bit edgy.
Do a poll.
Well, could we try a different color?
What color do you want?
I don't know. Maybe just give some options.
Red.
Oh, no, not the red.
We could change it for when people are starting to piss me off. No, it's not normally 4K. No, we always do a 1080. I do not have the computing power to stream a 4K stream. I would need a better processor for that. Merry Christmas, and here's my contribution and jizya to make up for last week of no stream. And remember, Big John Steele is El Diablo. Thank you. Again, guys, we really appreciate it, but we don't have to make up for last week's stream. We have emergency funds for emergencies, and we had an emergency. So I like the white. So until they vote in blue, I'm gonna keep the white. Let's do a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for walking with us and being present with us. Allow today to be a good day with lots of fruitful conversations. If they're not going to be fruitful, Lord, give us a sword to strike down our foes, and let us be unwavering and unflinching in the face of our enemies. In Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. Keep theism out of politics. No, keep theism in politics. You're talking to a Christian nationalist, son. I want to keep theism in everything. Keep it in the politics. Keep it in everything. Major John comes in with $2 and says, I'm poor. Listen.
You're working hard though, Major John.
Don't feel bad, bro. When I go and contribute to other people's streams, that's what I contribute. $2. I was watching Jim Bob the other day, and I was like, Jim Bob does good work. I sent him $2. I'm like, here you go, Jim Bob. Here's $2.
Listen, it all adds up.
It all adds up. And honestly, I would rather do that. Listen, I appreciate Funky sending like $400. Super generous. We really appreciate it. I would rather everybody watches sends $1. If everybody that watches this like consistently, and I know you guys watch it, a lot of lurkers, because we have the same numbers usually every time we go live. If everybody sent $1, just $1, boom, 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 every time we went live, we'd be set. That would be the best.
I think they're voting white just because they pity you.
They pity me? Yeah. Well, listen, happy wife, happy life. If you say blue, we can do.
No, it's okay.
We can do magenta. You could do
No,
magenta.
I don't actually like that. I did put purple as an option,
do
but I don't
green.
like that. I don't like green either.
You can do lighter green. Do poo brown. You could do yellow,
No,
gold.
no.
So it's just white and blue. That's the. We do purple.
No.
No, you just want blue.
Well, no.
No.
I'm not happy with anything.
White it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of watching it with like comparison to your gloves.
Oh yeah, red and blue.
The red and the blue matched, but nothing else really did.
And then go to Iran. No. I don't want that kind of theism in my politics. I want Christian theism in my politics. Very specific to what I want. Just like how you want secularism in your politics. Very specific to what you want. Just so you know, guys, we will not be taking any guests until we reach at least 20,000 likes on TikTok. That's the case. 20,000 likes, and then we'll start taking guests. If you gamble, this is for your birthday. This dono could be $10,000. If I gamble, I don't.
We could go to the slots with
we could.
$10.
We could. I'm not against gambling. I don't ever win, so I don't gamble. I've never won in gambling except for poker. And then poker I don't really consider gambling. I consider it more of a sport. Right? It's about how well you can navigate the person. You don't play the game, you play the man, says Harvey Specter. Here you go. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You know what? The poll ended up on blue.
They ended up on blue?
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
How much?
By 5%.
I think they're wrong. 5%. Oh, I'm going to veto it. I really like the white. I like the...
Whatever you like.
Listen.
You know what? The white is pretty clean.
It's clean. And that's what we're going for. Clean and sophisticated. What's up, Jordan? Today's topic is not Christianity is true, prove us wrong. I forgot to switch both of them. Today's topic is going to be the Trinity is true. That's what we're going to do today. Let me just switch it up here. Let's throw in end Christianity. There we go. And then boom. All right. We're still not taking a guess though until we get to 20,000. Jordan, you mic working or what? You just like sitting in silence.
I believe so.
Oh, there he is.
Quiet.
He is quiet. I can turn him up. We're going to have to add a little image for Jordan so people are not like, who the hell is talking? Source clone.
Is he not on camera today?
What? No. He's not on camera today. He can't. He lost his camera in a gambling. So he couldn't do it today. Not a win. What is it? I keep forgetting. It is.
You should use the. You should use the emoji that Striker made.
The emoji that Striker made. Striker made an emoji for Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
It's on the Discord.
I was just gonna do this.
That sucks.
And we have.
There's not even a picture.
Well, that's because he's off the app right now, doing something. And then we got him in the little corner there. That's all I was gonna do.
Lame.
What? You want me to put what? Okay, well, hold on. Find, guys. 20,000 likes, or we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing for nobody. Find his picture then. I think this works because then when he talks, there's little bubbles that show up.
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's
I
your
know
show.
I can do whatever I want. It is my show. But if there's a dope picture of Jordan, we'll definitely use that. Definitely do that. Where is it in?
Art.
Art?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling because it's been a while since he did them.
Good search. I don't see any.
It's on. Do you want me to send it to you, or do you need it on yours?
Yeah, send it to me.
Oh, there's 3.
Send all 3 to me then.
How?
Through Facebook. That's the way we always do it, isn't it?
I don't have a cube today to fidget with.
We also have cubes to fidget with.
No, he said he doesn't.
Oh, you don't? We forgot to test Abby's camera. $20,000 likes, ladies and gentlemen, or we are not taking a single guest. We got Quiet Jordan today, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. And there just seems to be this tendency that every time we have Jordan on, we got a slow lives. I don't know what it is about you. Maybe it's the fact it's a Wednesday and has nothing to do with you. You send them?
Not yet.
20,000 likes is impossible. It is definitely not impossible. 20,000 likes on TikTok is light work.
Not even close.
Light work.
I could do that myself.
Are you guys supposed to hear Jordan? You don't hear him? Jordan, speak. Speak, boy.
What did they say?
They said they couldn't hear you.
Oh, well, I'm not talking, so.
My God. All right, guys. Again, smash the likes. We're only at 12,000. We're only at 30 people watching on TikTok right now. What the hell, man? What the hell?
Sent.
Oh. Those are Jordan's pictures. All right, hold on, Jordan. You tell me which one you want. That one?
That just looks like a generic black dude.
That one?
That also looks like a generic black dude.
What about that one?
That just looks like a generic crying black dude.
Take it up with Striker.
John is what? Not wedding right now? Oh, did I do another accidental racism? People are telling me I did an accidental racism. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Is that another racism? No one's confirming or denying. Must be. TikTok has been slow for everyone lately. Has it? You called him boy. That's race. That I knew. That I knew, but I didn't know it when I said it. That's a good point. That I knew. Ty the Fly Guy says, "Yo Jordan, where your lives at?"
On YT, Jordan Travis show, on TikTok, JRD and Travis.
And then Striker called Funky a little broke biz word. I
That's fighting words.
I listen, Striker. If we're gonna compare, we're gonna compare right now. That's not a battle you want to fight. I mean, he's already beaten you hundreds of times over. All right, guys, we're almost there. 16,000 likes. Let's go. Abby, I guess you can open the floodgates. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll open the floodgates and we'll start taking guesses. Christianity and the Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. That's the topic today. It's racist to be forced to speak differently to people based on their race?
I don't think so.
I don't know if I agree with that, no. For example, you know,
There's-
when you speak to Muslims, you have to speak a little slower and sending you $2 so you'll notice the user. I notice you. Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the donation. Should I convert to Catholicism from EO? That's a question for Jordan.
You said what?
They said, should I convert to Catholicism from Eastern Orthodox?
That's something they should study, you know?
But should they do it, Jordan?
How am I supposed to know what they should do or not?
Because you're a teacher of the Bible.
I'm neither Catholic nor Eastern Orthodox. So.
He's what do you call it? Who are the guys that do the speaking in tongues?
Pentecostal.
He's Pentecostal. Yeah, he's oneness Pentecostal.
I mean, if you think the filioque is true, then become Catholic. If you don't think it's true, then become Eastern Orthodox.
I still can't believe that's what the schism was about.
There was some other stuff, but that was a kind of a big part.
But that to me is like, oh, we got 20K. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone in the queue. Oh, we do got one person in the queue. Oh, we got a couple people in the queue. Hold on. I forgot to do the... Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was all Modern Brain, by the way.
Modern Brains goated. See, everybody's got their talents. Madi, hello, how are you? Oh, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, I'm 18 years old.
You're 18. All right, man. Christianity and Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
First, I'm a Christian. I don't really want to disprove Christianity or something, but I just want to I had a personal question I want to share with you.
What's your question?
First, do you think God chose the Adam and Eve they
And he's gone. I didn't kick him. He just vanished. Don't know why that happened.
Sounded like he was in a spaceship.
Let's do another guest. Anon, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Bro's riding a bike.
Anon.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right, bro. You got a lot of background noise, but yeah, Christianity and the Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the fact that in the Old Testament and whatnot, God seems to condone what I would call animal abuse. And I was just wondering if you have any kind of trait that you think separates humans from animals that justifies killing and eating animals but not humans
Yeah, rational kind.
being rational.
Yep.
Okay, so as far as humans who aren't rational, like babies or people with very severe mental disabilities, permanent ones,
They're still a member of a
would it
rational
just be that-
kind.
you said part of a
Rational
sorry, I
kind.
didn't hear you there.
Yeah. I didn't say being rational. I said being member of a rational kind.
When you say member, though, are you talking about species or like what do you mean by member?
It wouldn't be species
Yeah,
specifically. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, you could just say part of that. I mean, you could kind of say species. It just means being part of that nature that is rational.
I'm just not exactly sure what you mean by like member, though, because as far as I'm aware, evolution is true. I'm pretty convinced of it. And like it's just that if you go back far enough, like my ancestors, like my great grandfather, great 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 grandfather, keep going back, like eventually it seems that humans used to not be rational, and then they became rational.
Even
but it
in
doesn't
that,
really seem.
Yeah, even in that framework, they still wouldn't be a member of that rational kind until they evolve.
When do they start? Sorry.
I mean, you tell me. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in evolution?
Not in that way.
So you don't believe that humans share a common ancestor with other animals?
No.
Well, I mean, evolution also
Okay.
tells us we share a common ancestor with a banana.
Yeah, it does. And you disagree with that?
I'm just saying it's a hard pill to swallow.
But do you agree with that, or like, are you agnostic on that?
I'm
Or?
agnostic on evolution.
Okay. I'm not. So, I mean that's kind of why I don't really see a difference. I don't really know if I want to debate you
Wait, so
on
you're
whether
saying there's no
evolution.
difference between us and a banana?
Well, I think that. Well, of course, there's differences, but again, like when you
Okay, so
say
if there's a
human,
difference, you can see a difference even though you believe in evolution.
right? Well, we're different
So
kingdoms. I mean, the big difference for me between me and a banana is that a banana isn't conscious. That's the trait I would give for granting rights or withholding them.
yeah,
What
we
about
give
trees?
rational kinds.
I don't think that trees are conscious.
There's science that suggests that they have a small level of consciousness through network systems, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible they could sense light and dark. I highly doubt it. If that were true, I guess I would just say it's would be based on being able to experience well-being or suffering. Um, I think morality is subjective. I guess you don't. So, um, yeah,
Okay,
I could just change it.
so what's your
Um,
objection then?
um, for morality being objective or for Christianity?
No, just like why are you up here? Like that's my question.
I just wanted to know a trait. I mean, you said you're agnostic on evolution, so
Hmm.
I mean that's good enough for me, I guess. I don't really want to debate you on evolution is true or not because I don't know enough about it to do that.
Sure.
But thank you.
All right, man. No problem. Thanks for being cordial. God bless.
Thank you.
I think I'm getting sick. Just another thing. Smash the like button, guys. Come on. You can't hit 20,000 likes and be like, oh, job's done.
It was clearly just one person.
It was Modern Brain. And then he came back here.
My goodness gracious. I'm tired, boss. Keep digging. Or how did it go?
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
What did Grandpa say though?
I don't remember.
I don't give a damn. Keep digging or something like that. Something like that. All right, guys, come on.
Too bad.
Oh yeah, that's too damn bad. Oh.
Now people are coming in and mad at and wanting their credit.
That's too damn bad. Yeah, smash the like button, guys. You got one job. One job. You want to hear it? You want to hear good debates, bad debates? You want to hear it? Then you got to smash that like button. You got to do your thing. You gotta. I got to do. There's a thing I want to do on OBS. I just yet to do it, where I can hit a button and I have my buttons already set up, but I can hit a button and it just like plays like a clip on the screen. And one of them is I want to put in the Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part. That I got to put in there for sure. Macroevolution is such a pseudoscience. That garbage came out 200 years ago. We are in 2026. I don't think there's a distinction when you look at like the evolutionary models between macro and micro. They just say things are evolving and it's just throughout time. I think when Christians, I think you'd be better off saying, I don't believe in speciation. That's the thing you got to say. You can say, I believe in evolution. I don't believe in speciation. Don't say micro and macro because they just get upset with you. Trinity is nonsensical. Okay, come up and let's have a conversation about it. Link is in the thingamajig, whatchamacallit. Mm-hmm. If liking is my job, I'm bad at it. Fire me. Well, I mean, technically, I don't pay you. So.
You pay us.
You pay us. It's probably because we changed the background light. That's probably what it is.
Probably.
It's a jinx. Mm-hmm. I don't believe we came from rock soup. You know what's funny? They released an article about how they think they have new science that can show us the starting stages of abiogenesis. And they literally titled the article anti-Christian. They said, God didn't make us from dust. We have or whatever. God didn't make us from blah, blah, blah. We have abiogenesis to prove it. They could have just released the article, but it's like they specifically were like, we're going to make this anti-Christian. Why the new setup? Because you got to change things around sometimes. And this looks better. It's a cleaner background than what we had before. Let's be honest. The only thing that could be better is a stupid door. That's it. Right? And then Abby.
Hey. How rude.
What's your advice on reading more? Because low key, I can't get through the stack of books I have at home. You are asking the wrong guy, bro. Jordan, what's your advice to reading more?
Don't try and read like whole books one at a time. Just read sections that you're interested in. Like, if you're interested in a certain topic and that book has that certain topic, then read that topic. And you can read that in different books, so that way you don't get disinterested.
It's actually, that's a good point, because sometimes like when you're reading a book, you're like, dog, like, oh my God, I still have 300 more pages to go before I can start my next endeavor. But my problem, Jordan, is I got OCD. If I start a task, I got to finish it. If I start a book, I got to finish it. What kind of job is this? I'm losing money and refuse to quit. It's a terrible job. It's the worst job in the world. Dog. I'm going to restart TikTok and see if that fixes. Last time we did that, it fixed it. So I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that square is just a close up of you in your sweater. What are you doing? What the frig, man? Like you're not doing anything wrong, but it feels wrong.
Everybody in the chat is so upset right now.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's I don't know what it is, but thank you. First ever donate of my life. I don't know. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be your first. Glad to pop your cherry. Glad to pop your cherry.
Somebody come get this man.
Well, see the client. He was touching my what on stream? What does it say I was touching?
What?
He said, I don't know. It blanks out on my screen.
Nipples.
I wasn't my nipple though.
No, that's why I said it wasn't wrong.
It wasn't wrong. No. All right, let's see if that fixes it. We'll see. Back to work, guys.
Made by Jim Bob as a suggestion in a comment. Did you see that?
No. Are you going to tell me, or are you going to leave me in suspense?
I don't know how to. If you're using an emulator, I found that using X Mirage and mirroring my phone, TikTok never has any issues. That's why I wanted you to read it, because I don't understand. I don't know what that means.
If using an emulator, I found that using X Mirage and mirroring my phone, TikTok never has any issues. Oh, you mean, yeah, I've done that before, but I like to send my audio signal, and I like to also use my phone. I know what you're talking about. So that way you can do both. But then I have to use like my audio signal, and TikTok is all different, and yeah, this is easier for me. I don't think it's an issue with my setup. I think I'm just shadow banned or something right now, because there's seasons in TikTok where we got like 500 people, and then there's seasons where we got like 30 people, and that's just the reality of TikTok sometimes. And considering I just came out of a racism ban, I wouldn't be shocked if I was a little bit shadow banned right now. Wouldn't be shocked. And I also think it's Jordan. Every time we have Jordan on, seems to be a consistent thing. Lil Jon stealing your viewers? He's not stealing them. Is he live right now though? If he's live right now, he's stealing it, and he's gonna get roundhouse kicked for sure. But in any other case, he's definitely not, because that's the homie. That's the homie, and we want to see more people grow. Monkey isn't racist. Prove me wrong. Ass stream. No, I'm not doing that again. Not doing that again. I learned that the hard way. Apparently you can't. Is he alive is he actually live right now? Hold on. People are saying busted. I'm checking. Hold on. He better not be. He is.
Just trying to figure some stuff out.
Dog. Are you kidding me?
You should go join his.
I am, but I can't do. I have to do it on my backup account because.
Yeah, his camera's blurry because he looked down, so now it's focusing on me. There you go.
What do you mean I can't join? Is this account banned?
Check 1, 2.
Dog, how is he going to do that? I literally asked him if he could go live today. I had to use my backup.
It's hurtful.
Okay, let's try this.
Why can't I? Is he done? Does he not? Does he have his guest request shut down? The betrayal. The betrayal here. I can't believe this man. I can't believe this
Someone
man.
said he's not taking guests. That doesn't make sense because he's doing a Muslim stream.
I'm almost tempted to send everybody over to him to report his channel.
Baby, don't do that.
This is like,
That would be rude.
how dare he? How dare he? How dare he do that?
To do this. No, I'm not actually live. I'm testing Live Studio for Mac, so I can run this from my computer and be able to do some. Cool
What a
things,
liar.
like add sound effects and
What a fibber. Listen to him lying right now. Listen to him lying.
Muslims. That's on my menu, boy.
What is that?
This is his little feature that he's adding sound effects.
I'm not forsaking John. Everyone in this live right now should go watch Big John Steele's live stream.
Yeah, hold on. Say it again, John.
That's what should happen.
You little betrayer. You little betrayer. I think we need to punish John. How do we punish John for this? This is unacceptable behavior.
I think my children just walked in.
This is unacceptable behavior. I can't believe this, man. How do we still have no guests? No, oh, there. As soon as I said that, we got someone. Brad. Hello. How are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 25. I'm good.
How old are you?
25.
25. All right, bro. Christianity and Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
So I'm agnostic, so I don't really believe in God.
Okay.
So
Like, do you guys
have you heard any?
have an argument for
Said
God or
what?
something? Do you guys have like an argument for God, or that can raise the probability like for God to exist?
Yeah.
Look at the trees. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Have you heard the argument from motion?
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
familiar with it.
All right. So you believe change exists, right?
Sure.
And that what we mean by change is just like a actualization of potential. So like something goes from potentially being some way and then actually being some way. So like we have a cup of water, it can potentially be hot, but it doesn't actually become hot until it's like actually a cup of hot water.
Okay, sure.
Okay. But the thing about that is potential can't actualize itself. Basically, this is just like the law of non-contradiction. So basically, if something's potentially hot, it can't also be actually hot in that same way because then it's not actually potentially hot. So it would need something else in order to change that. It needs something that's actually hot in order to change that to make it actually hot.
All right.
Okay. Now, because of that, we have something that's like a chain of actualizers, right? You have something that's potentially hot, then you have something that's actually hot. The actually hot has to make it potential, has to actualize that potential. But we can't have that chain go on for forever. So because we can't have that chain go on forever, well, we can't have it go on forever, because if it was to go on forever, we would never have something in the chain that is actually whatever that thing is, because everything's just in potential. So you need something that's going to be first, that's going to actually terminate this chain, and it's not going to be infinite.
Yeah. So one of my problems with this argument is twofold. So couldn't there be a case in which in like a whole part distinction, like maybe not the whole object or whatever it is actual, but it receives actuality from another part of itself. So for example, me, like my hand maybe has the potential to move. It can receive the actuality, like to move from my brain that's distinct from my hand. It doesn't need something outside of the system to actualize a potential in another part of the system. So I don't think the argument necessitates
so
something
it doesn't
outside.
work. So what ends up happening is this first actualizer has to be what we call simple or purely actual. It can't be composed, because if it's composed, then the parts are in potential to the actual whole. So then there would be potentiality, and there would need to be something that actualizes the whole. So the composition thing doesn't work.
Okay, so this is it. So yeah, so I'm not burdened. The whole needs to be completely actualized. I don't know, why do we necessitate why do we necessitate something outside to actualize the whole? I'm perfectly fine with allowing some parts to be in potential and some parts to be in actuality. I don't see.
Yeah, because so if one part is in actuality, but it's like purely actual, and by definition, it's not a part of that other thing.
So yeah, so that's precisely what I'm contending. I'm not just sold on we need something purely actual at the end, because let's say for example that the universe may be, let's say for example the universe is eternal. There's nothing in principle that necessitates the universe has to be purely actual.
All right, so if something's purely actual, that means it has no potential. That means it can't change.
Yeah, that one I'm disputing that.
So if something is
The first
composed
one.
and can change, that means it's not purely actual.
I agree with you. Like, I agree with you. What I'm disputing is that we need something purely actual. That's what I'm disputing now.
No, that's what
When
the
I'm
argument is. Like, if you follow the conclusion, it goes down to something that is purely actual, because it can't change.
so basically the argument is you need a chain of actualizers, and at the end of the day you need something that's purely actual to actualize all the chain. So
Yes.
what I'm positing is we can, if we follow this line of actualizers, and if now we reach a point where there is such a being that doesn't have, that isn't, how can I say, that isn't per se completely actual, but has passive potencies in himself. So like not all
Okay,
his whole being is. Mhm.
it has passive potency that can't be actualized.
He has passive potencies. Yes, but there's also that passive potency that can be actualized, but like part of
Okay,
his
if it can be actualized, then that means that there's something else that can actualize it. Therefore, it would need something else before it for that chain.
Are you familiar with Graham OP objection with this about like for example, if you have a, let's say, a chair that's already yellow, it has the potential at T1 is yellow, it has the potential at T2 to remain yellow. It doesn't need an actual actualizer outside of itself to remain yellow at T2.
I mean, it's not changing though. That's not the argument.
I've heard that argument too. It never made sense to me.
So what you're talking about isn't directly about this argument. What you're talking about is something called existential inertia.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't really have anything to do with this argument. It can indirectly, but you would have to first. The issue is you would have to. All right, this is gonna go a little bit deeper than I expected. But so with existential inertia, when something's given existence, there's just gonna say that it just remains in existence. Now, this kind of has to do with like your belief of what existence actually is.
1 second.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. I mean, it's
Did
fine.
you
I
know
already
the
One
answered
newest
it.
form of torture implemented by the FBI/CIA is to just lock you in a room while people discuss philosophy and metaphysics using only big words?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You already answered it. Like it's not changed. So yeah, it doesn't really go through. Yeah, you don't need to go into the existential inertia stuff. Okay, so we get to so yeah, the argument leads us to something that's purely actual.
Yeah.
So why can't I posit like a I don't know, a universal, like a force or something?
Yeah, I mean, you can, but that force would just be purely actual, and that's what we would call God.
But also, but in that, okay, sure. If you call the actual force God, then okay, I guess that's okay for theism. Then if you go then an analysis deeper, like maybe into the claim of it being personal, having agency, of that particular being called God, having created a contingent universe or a non-eternal universe, and so on. Like I don't think all those other basic Christian doctrine, I'm not even going to the Trinity, follows from a purely actual being.
Well, which part?
Like the purely actual being, having like being a conscious agent, like being like having free will, having created a
Yeah,
universe.
that actually does follow from purely actual. And the way that we know that it follows from being purely actual is something called the principle of proportionate causality. So the principle of proportionate causality just means whatever is in the effect must be in the cause in some way. So if I paint a rainbow, the only reason I can paint a rainbow is because I have colors in the first place in order to do it. I can't paint a rainbow with just the color white. I would need to have the color red, orange, yellow, indigo, violet, stuff like that, blue, in order for that that rainbow to be like actualized. So this thing which is purely actual, is going to be non-material because we can't have composites, remember?
Oh, yeah,
And
sure,
it's going to be immaterial. It's going to be immaterial, right?
Yeah,
And because this thing is the cause of all things, the forms and patterns of all things must exist in some way. So, for instance, we have like
just because you use forms, I'm not yet sold out completely on that metaphysics of forms. So
well, it's just going to be like different, like, so you know what a form is, right?
yeah, I mean, I know the
Form
principle of
basically,
proportion first. So yeah.
yeah. So form is basically just something that has like if I want to make a water bottle, I have to form it using like a piece of plastic, right? The form is just going to be the shape or the blueprint behind the thing.
Okay, you're using as a blueprint. Okay, sure, let's go.
Yeah. So different types of forms of these things are going to have their perfections in God, because part of the what's it called? Part of the principle of proportionate causality is that it's going to either have it in the cause in the same exact way or in a greater way. So when we go down the chain from this, God has these perfections in and of himself. They're going to exist in the mind of God, like it's something like intellect. So you're going to have forms in this purely actual thing in an abstract manner.
So the thing is, given the principle of proportionate cause, like to put it in an easy term, like you can't give what you don't have, basically.
Yes. And since we have intellect or we have knowledge of things, right? That means that something has to have a perfection of that knowledge or of that intellect at a higher degree. And that thing would be
I get
God.
it, but but I don't like grant that there's a thing called the intellect. So if I follow proportional cause, I can grant that the purely actual
You don't believe in intellect?
Let me finish. You get what I want to start it in. So if the purely actual, I can grant that the purely actual cause will give the components that necessary for intellect. So I just think intellect is like a product of like the reactions in my brain and stuff like that. I don't think there's this metaphysical entity or thing that you call the intellect. So even with the principle of proportionate cause, the purely actual entity will just like create components that when they go together in a certain manner, they will produce an intellect. But I don't think it necessitates it itself to have the intellect, especially if you like see like the intellect like as an emergent property or things like that. It doesn't need to have the actual intellect, but just the properties that would combine together gives consciousness or intellect.
So whenever you have a whole is the perfect of the parts. So
The whole,
a whole is the perfection of the parts because that's what's being actualized, right? So if you're saying that the whole is in fact this knowledge of things, God would have that to a higher degree because one, he's not composed of parts and he's ultimately simple, and he would have that perfection to the highest degree. So even if you say that it's like parts whole, then it still would apply for God, just not in a composite way. So the reason I'm saying that like a whole is a perfection of the parts, if you put like all really the different ingredients of a cake together, the perfection of that would be the cake, or the completion of that would be the cake. The goodness of that thing would be the cake.
But I think you guys know about what it means by emergent properties. But emergent properties it's not really a whole part relationship.
You just think that we just happen to emerge upon knowing things? Like, do you even think that knowledge exists or something? Like, do we actually have the ability to make truth claims?
Do you have the ability? Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what we are doing.
Well, how do you know that though? Because you're just saying that, this just emerges. Like that could just be our faculties forcing us to think that things are true. But it's not really the case.
I mean, I don't have like a robust justification for it, but I think I'm just kind of committed to me having knowledge, or I cannot even like interact with people. So I'm not. So, but again, but I don't see why. Because, to me, at least, it seems intuitive, and there's another argument. But to me, it just seems intuitive that in a when an alive brain is functioning properly, it has an intellect. I don't think there's this metaphysical entity somewhere called the intellect or called consciousness. I mean,
we just call it intellect when somebody like has knowledge of like things, like they have knowledge and they don't change into that. So for instance, we can have containment of the forms. We can understand what a chair is. We can understand like what the sky is, different things like that, right? But it doesn't change our matter because we have containment of those forms in our mind, right? That's basically what we call intellect. We have knowledge of these things in our mind. So that way, so with inanimate, with inanimate objects, they have containment of these forms, but it changes their matter because they're not immaterial. But
I'm more or
immaterial
less
things
referring
inhabit.
to the faculty of having an like to the faculty of being intellectual. It's of like I don't. I mean, it's just not intuitive to me. I don't know. It's difficult to articulate. So
I
it's
mean,
like
well, was there
but
something else you wanted to know?
because for your argument to pass through, it's like it necessitated that that there's like it necessitated like a view of consciousness in such a way that this actually metaphysical thing that we can call that we can call an intellect that emanates from the purely actual source. And
I mean, if you
I
don't
don't
think we
see
have intellect, I don't
random.
know what. I don't know. I don't know. But like, we could just use like one other reason we can know Christianity is true is because we have prophecies that were fulfilled and stuff like that. If you just don't like the metaphysics of things, and then you just want to deny intellect, I guess. But I don't know how that was gonna work with you understanding things that that happen in life or in the world.
And yeah, let's yeah, for the sake of conversation, okay, that purely actual thing has an intellect. But if it's simple, then how does it have like other attributes? Because that intellect will be the whole will be all what it is, like whatever like property you will give to that simple, purely actual thing. And I mean, under my understanding of divine simplicity, which is not very much, how will you like accommodate for other attributes? Like for okay, so for example, you have an intellect. How does it make decisions if it's just like purely actual?
Yeah. So one, God
Chat
doesn't
would like to move on, Ton.
What's that?
Chat would like to move on.
Jordan, I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, we can move on after I explain this and give like the sources. So if you want to look deeper into this, specifically this question, you can look up a dude named Thomas Aquinas, and he talks about how God can have these different forms, or how the different attributes don't create composition in God, and how God can still be absolutely simple and have these attributes. So basically, what's going to end up happening?
What is the work that I should look?
Woman?
Summa Theologia. And you can like just type it online. Summa Theologica. He goes through the divine attributes, the forms, or he calls them ideas as well. And you can see how he doesn't have, how he can still have these quote unquote attributes in these different forms while still being simple. And it not causing.
Dude, it's like 9,000 pages, but anyway.
So that's what I'm saying. He explains like all of this stuff and more. So just when you go on like line, you have to type in like your question and then put Summa after it, and then like a part of the Summa will probably pop up with like the answer to that, because it gets kind of deep. Right, no problem.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Thanks for the conversation.
All right, man. God bless. Have a good day. Thanks for being cordial. Quick question, Jordan, before we move on to the next one. So the principle of proportionality, principle of proportionate causality, does that mean that God cannot create ex nihilo?
No.
So can you elaborate for me? Because that's something I'm confused on then.
So basically, I don't know which part of that you're trying to...
Well, because just from what I looked at, correct me if I'm wrong, is that
like you mean it has to have it in?
Yeah, you have to have it to make it, and so like God, you're saying God has intellect, so therefore that's why we have things like intellect. You can't have intellect from nothing. But then thank you, baby. Doesn't that imply that he cannot create from nothing?
No. So the only reason that are you asking about material or something? Or so, for instance, we don't say that. What we say is that God creates the things from nothing, but he uses like what's called the logoi, or the images, not the images. Wait, it might be images. But like the ideas. That's the word. He uses the ideas. Basically, like he has the plan, he has the blueprint, he has the thought wheels that he chooses, and so what he does is he creates the actual instantiations of like the universals and particulars that he creates. So basically, he just has an idea and then he just makes it happen. Like if you think of an architect, like, yo, I got this plan for a house, let me just build this stuff. However, he creates the material as well.
Let me try to make it really like a stupid question out of it and see how you answer it. God doesn't have skin. How did he make skin?
Yeah, so you're talking about the material aspect.
Sure, yeah.
So the reason God can make material even though he doesn't have material is because we kind of think of material as like an opposite, but the way to think of material is kind of like on the same spectrum of immateriality. It's not complete opposites, but to us it's kind of opposites because we're like sense beings. But the way you want to think of it is that material itself has more potential, I think. So it's not exactly as perfect of a thing as something that is immaterial. So all he's doing is making something with more potential.
So is he taking from himself to make something?
No, he's making stuff out of nothing. Because he has the power to do so. He has infinite power.
I think I'm lost on the meta on this. That's the issue.
Which part?
Well, I just don't understand. If you need to have to make, right? I can't give you $20 without having $20.
So there's different. All right. So there's different ways in which you can have something. So you can have it either. It's going to be, I believe, either virtually, imminently. What's the other ways?
Funkier says he has the ideas, so that is the have.
Yeah, because you can have something either formally, virtually, imminently. Those are the three ways in which you can have it.
So is this wrong to say he possesses it in his intellect?
I mean, yeah, he is that. He has that. Like, he is that. So like, yeah, you could say he possesses it in his intellect for like a.
So like God creating skin is because he possesses it in his intellect.
Yeah, because he knows what skin is. He knows he can create skin. He knows he could create skins of fire if he wants to. So he doesn't have the actual skin in there.
Okay.
He has the perfections of all those things imminently.
So, but if he can create from nothing, I don't understand why that principle is necessary.
Because if he didn't have any ideas, he can't create nothing. Because I don't even have an idea of how to create a house. I've had no blueprints, and I'm not going to be able to create anything.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I don't want to press that too much, so let's jump on to the next guest. Guys, smash the like button, share live, do the things that you need to do. We got a smart guy helping us today, so make sure you follow Jordan as well. Jordan Travis Show on YT, and just his TikTok is there if you want to follow that.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm good. I'm 20 years old.
All right, man. Christianity and the Trinity is true. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So I disagree with the statement due to the Bible containing contradictions and the Trinity not being true according to Jesus in the Bible.
How does he say it's not true?
Also, how would you just a quick question on that? How would you confirm that he doesn't say it or he says it's not true if the Bible has contradictions and you don't trust the Bible?
No, by looking at the Bible, like as I said, when you look at the Bible, it has contradictions, and it's Jesus, literally. Yeah, it's full of contradictions. That's my point.
Okay,
I can point out some.
But hold on. Do you trust the Bible or not trust the Bible?
I don't, but I'm criticizing. I'm doing an external critique.
Okay, so which argument do you want to do? Because those are two different arguments then if it's an eternal
So
critique.
how do you know that Jesus didn't teach the Trinity?
I can go mainly by the Bible containing contradictions, yes.
I mean, contradictions wouldn't make everything in it false. So, like, we could have half the Bible, well, not half the Bible, but we could have verses. Hold on, we could have verses being false, but even if one of those verses is true about Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, or about Jesus being God, or about Jesus being the Son of God, it makes Islam false. It makes everything else false. So it would just still make.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, how do you expect someone to trust a book that some parts may be true and some parts may be false? How can you trust that?
The same way they trust literally everything in history and in like literally everything everywhere.
But how can you distinguish between what's true and what's false?
Well, we have thousands of manuscripts that we can trace back for centuries. We have church fathers, which we can trace their origins all the way back to the apostles themselves.
Okay. Thank you very much. But can I ask you a question? Do you guys admit that according to the Bible, mostly throughout the New Testament, that Jesus always refers to the Father or a higher being?
There is no such thing as a higher being than Christ. He's God.
Okay, are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that.
Thank you very much.
However, Jesus has two natures. So
okay, could you
hold on? So when Jesus speaks, he's either speaking according to his divinity or he's speaking according to his humanity.
Okay, thank you very much. So do you agree with the premise?
I didn't understand any of that. I guarantee you, because you're about to ask me a question which I just answered just now.
No, you don't. I'm just gonna ask you a question. Could you please listen? So I'm asking you, is Jesus the Most High? Do you think so?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, could you define the word God for me? What does the word God mean?
All-powerful creator of the universe.
Okay, can an all-powerful being have a higher being than the all-powerful being?
No.
Okay, why in John chapter 20 verse 17 does Jesus say, "Do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father, but go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, my God and your God."
Yeah, so people are going to think I'm a prophet now because I just answered that. And you said I didn't, and you just kept asking the question. So when Jesus speaks, he's either speaking according to his humanity or he's speaking according to his divinity. When he's saying that he has a God, he is speaking according to his humanity.
How do you know that?
What do you mean, how do I know that?
How do you know that he's speaking according to his humanity in this part?
Because he's a man and he's saying my God and your God. The only thing that has, a God that has rational intellect and has a body, a human body would be a man, right? And he also calls himself God in other passages. So this is how we know.
Okay, can you show me where he calls himself God?
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Sounds like you're a Muslim, so I'm just gonna guess you're a Muslim.
That doesn't matter in this instance.
It does.
It actually.
Can you pull up Sir Al Hadid? It's gonna be 57. My bad.
Wait a second. Are you jumping to Quran now?
Huh?
He's going to show you. So what he's going to do is he's going to show you in the Quran.
No, but you're making
hold on. Shut up for a second.
Stop jumping to the Quran.
Stop. We're not jumping. Shut up and listen. We're going to explain.
Yes, you are. You're running from your book.
Dog, why are Muslims such dickheads? Just listen. All right?
Stop running, man.
We're not running. So let me explain what's going to happen. He's going to show you this. Dude, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. He's going to show you the standard of what God is in the Quran. So you have a confirmation of what God is in the Quran.
No, but how does he know?
Shut up for a second.
Say Muhammad is a false prophet.
No, but why do you have to use the Quran?
All right, dude, appreciate your time. I'm going to jump on to the next
keep
one.
running. I have it all on screen record.
Say Muhammad's a false prophet.
Just prove your point. Just prove your point.
I'm trying to, but you're just lying about stuff.
Okay, go on, but without using the Quran.
I'm trying to make it easier for you to understand. That's why I'm doing this.
You can record and post this. I don't give a fuck. So here's what's going to happen. Hold on.
You're embarrassing yourself. You're getting baked.
Dude, do you think I feel embarrassed?
Only Muslims use
steamrolling you guys. I'm steamrolling you.
Okay. So, all right, Duck Lips Jr. Say Muhammad's a false prophet, or move on, or admit you're a Muslim.
I'm a Muslim.
Okay, great. Again, so here's what you guys going to happen in the argument. Jordan's going to show you the criteria for what God is in the Quran. So you have to accept the criteria. Then he's going to use the Bible to confirm that Jesus meets that criteria. Do you understand how the argument's working now? We're not jumping to the Quran.
Even though
great. So we're not jumping to the Quran?
You can do it. I give you the permission. But again,
I need your permission, little girl?
No, you don't need it. I'm giving you. But can I just
you're
say
giving
something?
me your permission, little girl.
Dude, can I just say something? Are you gonna let me speak or what?
So, are your parents related?
No, absolutely not.
They're not cousins.
Are you gonna start being racist again? Like
how's that
on the
racist to
previous
say?
watch?
How's that racist to say your
No,
parents?
I know
are
where
cousins?
you're going. You're going to
Is
start
Islam
speaking about.
Islam have a practice of marrying cousins? Yes
No,
or no?
Yes, the Christianity also.
Hold on. Does Islam, just yes or no question, does Islam
Christianity
have the practice?
Yes, Christianity also. You
Show
shouldn't have an issue.
show me where it says you can marry cousins.
Who was Sarah married to?
Who?
According to the Bible.
Who's Sarah?
Can we get to the?
You don't know who Sarah is?
He's talking about
Which Sarah?
Abraham's wife.
From the Old Testament.
Okay.
You don't know your Bible? And who was she married to? Her
Who was she
cousin or
married
what?
to? So
Yeah,
just
go and check
okay.
it.
So
She was
Abraham.
married to her cousin.
Hold on.
So you shouldn't have an issue with that.
Hold on.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Oh my God, you guys are so stupid. So just because somebody did something in the Bible means it's good and we can all do it?
It's in the Old Testament. It's literally Abrahamic
Answer
tradition.
the question.
Did your God have a problem with it?
Answer the question.
Oh my flipping days! It's from your it's from your
Answer
godly
the question.
book. It's from your godly book.
Answer the question.
Yeah, you repeat the question. Go on.
Oh, see, you're not listening. You Muslims don't know how to listen. They only know how to speak lies. That's all they know how to do.
It's not lies.
Your parents are
It's not
cousins,
lies.
right? You have the IQ of a 2-year-old. You're an idiot. Now
Yeah,
Jordan's
keep on
going to make his
insulting.
argument.
Keep on insulting.
What's the Surah, Jordan?
No, but again, isn't the
57.
Bible the godly
Dog,
book of yours?
Dog, shut the fuck up. 57?
Pork.
Verse
Calm
3.
down.
Dude, I'm gonna have
Calm down.
I'm gonna have a pork sandwich later.
Okay.
57 what?
Did Jesus eat those?
Verse
Did
3.
Jesus eat those?
Verse what?
Did Jesus eat those?
Dog,
Verse
shut up.
3. That's not a
Did
verse.
Jesus
Did
eat those?
Jesus eat those? It's not a verse, brother. Hold on.
All right.
Verse 3.
All right. He is the first and last, the most high, the most near. He's the most perfect knowledge of all things. Who is that?
All right. So who was the first and the last?
Allah.
Okay. John, can you go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 17?
I'd be more than happy to. When I saw him, I fell to his feet like a dead man, but he placed his right hand on me and said, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and last, the living one. I was dead, and behold, now I'm alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys to the king and death of Hades."
Okay, so your point is that the Quran contradicts the Bible. Breaking news.
No.
I've never thought about that.
No. My point is that
I know you guys are going to be low tier, but I didn't know you
Oh
were
my
this stupid.
goodness. It's tier, not tire. But first of all, I'm saying
My
that
English is
in
not my
both-
first language,
Hold
but that doesn't
on.
matter. I'm still baking you guys.
I'm saying in both religions, the only person who's the first and the last is God. So Jesus is calling himself the first and the last, meaning that he's calling himself God. He's calling himself Allah according to your own beliefs.
Okay, but can I just show you something according to the Bible? Why
But
does
do you
Jesus...
agree that he's calling himself Allah?
So
according to-
here's the thing: just
to
steel
this?
man Jordan's argument.
No, but that doesn't mean
No.
that...
Yes, steel man it.
Can I answer?
No, you can
I'm not
steel
gonna-
man
I'm
his
gonna
argument,
answer.
then you can answer.
No,
Steel man.
I will answer.
Steel man.
No,
No,
can
it
you
was-
define steel man? I don't know what it means.
Steel
I don't
man.
know what it means.
All right, let me explain. Again, I know
Okay.
your parents are cousins, so it's very hard for you. So
Sarah
steel man.
married a cousin.
Steel
What's the
man.
issue?
Steel man means that you represent the argument in a way that Jordan would say, "Yes, that is my argument."
Okay. Could you just repeat that one more time?
No, appreciate.
I didn't
your
get
time.
it.
God bless.
Yeah, keep on running, you flipping pork. Go and fuck yourself.
Well, let's do Islamic apologetics, guys. Everybody wants to watch Islamic apologetics because we just like to watch people beat on the special needs. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello, I am 29.
All right, bro. Christianity and the Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Christianity is true, but the Trinity, I don't know about that. Jesus is the only begotten Son of God. How come I'm seeing everyone call him God, 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 but I'm not seeing this only begotten Son of God?
Did you say Christianity is true?
Christianity, I believe in Christianity. I'm not trying to disprove that, but
So what are you, a
the Trinity,
Unitarian?
that's where my pardon?
What? So what are you?
Me, I don't follow no religion.
But you said Christianity is true.
No, I said I'm not trying to disprove it. I ain't got a
No,
problem
you
with
said
you
it was
making a
true.
claim.
Now you're doubling
Okay, let me
back.
say that.
So I've already
Let
caught
me
you in a
say.
couple lies. So you must be a Muslim.
No, it's not. No, it's not a lie. It's not a lie, mate. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. I
Okay,
said I'll take
say
it back.
Muhammad's a false
I'm not
prophet.
going to disprove Christianity. Muhammad's a false prophet.
Hmm?
There you go. All right, then let's carry on going. So listen, I'm saying that Jesus is the only begotten Son of God. I'm saying he's not God himself. Like, I think it's in Hebrews. He says he made himself of no reputation. And then when we
It's
look at that
Philippians
in
chapter
Greek,
2. In Hebrews chapter
Philippians, yeah,
1,
Philippians 2:7. Philippians 2:7, you're right, I think it is.
or
So
2:5.
yeah,
Well, 2:6 technically, but
yeah, you got it. You lot got the
but
knowledge.
what I'm saying, it calls him God in verse 6. Like
But what I'm
literally.
saying is, let me say my point. What I'm saying is when he says that he makes himself of no reputation, that in Hebrews, that is called emptying out himself, fully emptying himself. So from that verse, how can he still be fully God if he's emptied out himself?
Yeah, if you read verse 6 in the Greek, is literally going to say, well, you just bring up the English if you want. But in Philippians chapter 2, verse 6, it says, who existing in the form of God, meaning that he was literally God by nature, did not consider equality with God as something to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking on the form of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient. So that's the emptying. So
What's the
when you
emptying?
look at the word form,
What's the emptying?
morphe, huh?
Explain to me what was the emptying.
Yeah. So when you look at the word form, it signifies two things. It signifies basically an outward appearance of an inward quality. So he's by nature God, right? And he appears as God. But when he takes on flesh, he's the nature of flesh and appears as man. And by appearing as man, that is a sort of emptying, because what he does is he does not take the reputation of being God and the ruler of all things. What he does is he comes in a likeness of humanity and being humble and being
And when did,
obedient.
okay, fair enough. And when did that emptying happen? Did that emptying happen when the word was made flesh?
Yes.
Is that when the emptying happened?
Yes. And there's not, so when we say emptying, we don't mean that he just loses his divine attributes. We just means that it just means that his status is related to his humanity.
And that was because he entered flesh.
Yeah.
Right? So anytime Jesus is in flesh, that means that he's of no reputation, and that's where you're crossing the divinity and the emptying, and that makes him fully God and fully man.
So when he's in flesh, he's still God, but that's his divine nature. That's two distinct natures. So
So what about before, when he came as flesh, when he came down to the earth as flesh?
he never came down
speak
before
about
his flesh.
Yeah, he did. I'm sure he definitely did.
No.
I'm sure he definitely did it in Genesis 18. If you go to Genesis 18, I'm not really too familiar with the new versions, what you're reading. I'm just
he didn't come in flesh in Genesis 18. He just appeared as a man. That doesn't mean he took on body.
He did because he ate and drank milk with Abraham. So how can that not be flesh?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that it has to be like a human body. We don't say that he incarnated.
It did. It said what? But when he came down, it was free men. He said it was free men.
Yeah, they
Abraham clearly
as
said
men.
it's free men. But then he appeared as free men. It was free men.
He appeared as
point
one
of
man.
view.
The other two symbolized the.
Yeah, but altogether, I'm altogether there was free men, right? Yeah, from Abraham's words. Yeah, and they ate and they drank milk with Abraham. How can we say that is not exactly what he's just done now in flesh?
Yeah,
how can we say? How can you say that that's any different? If he's just appearing like we've seen him appear as a burning bush in Exodus. If it's just the appearance, yeah, cool. He's not drinking and eating bread and drinking milk. But in this case, he is actually drinking, doing things that only humans can do. Like the angels don't even do what the Lord came and done in that in
We
this
believe two
particular.
of them were angels, so yeah, we do believe that they were eating.
But how can you? So this is my point I'm making.
But
How
it's the
can you
same way
say?
that it's the same way that an angel can like touch somebody, even though they don't
But
have
what?
flesh.
But what? So I'm getting at the point of his divinity. You lot are saying that the emptying out himself was when he came into flesh, and I'm showing you a point before in Genesis where he came into flesh and he done more than just come into flesh. He actually drunk and ate. So I'm saying prove that the emptying out is only the flesh bit. Because I've just brought a situation where he emptied out himself before, according to what you call emptying,
No, it
by
says
entering
that's what
flesh.
the emptying is. Like in the verse,
No,
that's what it says. Emptying himself, becoming a form of becoming a man.
a servant.
Yeah,
Form of
the
a
servant
servant.
is a man. Is
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not just that. I'm saying it's emptying out his divinity too.
Heck,
his power,
no.
everything. That's what I'm saying it is.
No, because if you read, that's what I'm saying. If you read the Greek, it literally says being in the form of God, meaning that he's still the form of God. So he didn't empty out divinity.
Why is that not on about prayer?
What? Because
In the
being
form
is
of God,
present tense.
before you're not robbery. What? Because he's begotten from the Father, so he can talk like that because he's begotten, but from the Father, so he is the only begotten Son. That's why he says, the Father says, the one time Father speaks to us, he says, "This is my Son in whom I'm well pleased." He says, "This is my Son." He doesn't say, "This is God, this is me, this is anything." He says, "This is my Son in whom I'm well pleased." You can't even move on to that bit. What was the Father saying then? What was the Father indicating then when he said, "This is my Son in whom I'm well pleased"?
That Jesus.
Why did he not say this is?
Jesus isn't the Father.
What's the difference? So what do you mean? So explain to me what you mean by Jesus is God. Then you just said to the last guy that he's the Most High.
Yeah,
the Most High is the Father.
No. God is three different persons: the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. God is a description of nature, and because he is the same exact nature as the Father, by definition, he's God.
Wait, I missed that. So the God is not actually the same being. It's just a description we're basically saying.
No, it's the same being, i.e. the same nature, the same essence. But
so what makes him the Son?
Because he comes forth from the Father by means of begetting.
Because he comes forth from the Father, that makes him the Son. What's this verse that's on screen?
No, this is something for the chat. It has nothing to do with you guys.
Okay.
Sorry, bro. That's my bad. I should have said something. I didn't want to. You guys are having a good conversation. I didn't want to interrupt. But somebody in the chat was saying something crazy, so I wanted to put it up.
Okay, so when the Lord says, "This is my Son," I know you're saying that he's brought forth from the Father. How come you lot are so? Because I hear you lot saying that he's equal, he's the same essence, he's the exact same. Like there's something what differentiates him. Why is the Son?
Yeah, the thing that
when the word can you
him,
describe John 1 to me, please?
Yeah, so in the beginning was the Word. So one, that's already one person. And the Word was with God. The person that's described as God is going to be the Father.
Who's the Word? Sorry. Who's the Word?
The Word is Jesus.
Yeah.
So the reason he's called the Word is because he's the one that expresses the Father.
When you're done, Jordan, you got to answer this question too.
Yes. The answer is yes. So the Word comes forth from you, right? The Son comes forth by means of begetting. So that shows that what we call a relative opposition, a relation of opposition. So he comes forth from the Father, meaning that he can't be the Father.
No, but the last verse says Go on. Okay, then I'll let you carry on.
And the last part says, but he is God, because God is a description of nature.
But you're saying he can't be. I don't. No. You, like in the other, for the first two statements, you're taking it literal, and then for this last bit to fit your viewpoints, you're changing the last bit.
No,
To
so
fit what you believe.
the way that the Greek works, it actually tells you like who it's speaking
It says
about.
logos. It says logos, don't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. It says
It
in the beginning was
says,
logos.
I mean, John, if you can pull it up in Greek, but it says
Which
enarche
which verse again?
John chapter 1 verse 1. It's
Oh.
gonna say enarche en hologos, en hologos proston theon. But I can just show you based off of like the stuff around it.
In the beginning was
you
the
got
word.
the parallel. Just put the parallel. I can't because
Damn.
Dog, it's literally on the screen.
No, go up a little bit and go to parallel Greek. Yeah. All right. Cool. So you can go to either one. So enarche en hologos, right? So we have the logos there, that O, and then the little triangle looking thing that starts logos. Ke logos and proston theon. So, and the logos was basically it means face to face or with or in relation to theon, right?
Dog, when did you
Yeah,
learn
that's
Greek?
with.
Huh?
When did you learn Greek?
I mean, everybody knows this, but the theon,
Did you
the
know this?
theon the theon has to do with the Father, right? So the logos was in relation with the Father, and theos. And you see how it says kai theos in hologos. The theos is slightly different. It doesn't have like the end sound at the end, which means that it's not talking about the Father. It's saying that the logos is the very nature that the Father is. It means that he's basically divine. There's only one divinity. So the logos has that divinity, but he's not the theon. So he's not the Father. So basically it's just saying that he's God and that he was with the Father for all eternity, and he's the same nature as the Father.
This to me says
Yeah.
Ev Apskin Niv O Rios Kai O Rios Niv Pi Pos. That literally is the symbol for pi. That's pi post right there.
That's how you know it starts with a P.
Oh, how about
Pi,
that?
P. That's why it says pros.
Why not just use the P that comes after it?
That's an R.
So, so what you saying? So what you saying? Like, explain it to me here. Where was you at?
Yeah, so it's making a distinction between the person who is the logos and the person who is God. And that the next time it uses God in the Greek, it's saying basically that the word is divine. He's not the Father, but he is divine. I.e., he has the same nature that makes God God.
I can agree with that.
So that's why we call him God, because he's divine. He has the same nature as the Father, the same exact nature as the Father. We call him the Son because he's begotten of the Father.
Okay. I'm not sure if you lot know Bible better than me, but there's a verse, I'm not sure where it is. I think it's in Hebrews, and it says that, I'm not sure, I don't think it was in Hebrews, but it said he was made in the likeness of man. He was made in the likeness of man. And when you look at the word likeness, it doesn't mean, it means like, exactly like us. It like, just like if I have a brother, he's made in the likeness of me. Obviously, he's not the exact same as me. That's Philippians. There we go. That's
what I'm saying. In the likeness, it means that he is truly man, because we believe that he's both truly God and truly man. He has two natures.
So how can he die then? How can he die and give up? How can he die and give up his on the cross then?
Because he has two natures. He has a human nature, and that human nature, part of being a human means that you have a human soul. So he gave up his human soul. That's what it means to die. Spirit and body.
So that means he didn't die then. If that's always been his nature, if his nature has always been divine, because that's what the word was.
Yeah, according to his divinity, according to his divinity, he did not die. But according to his humanity, he did. And because the same person who has the divine nature has the human nature, we can say that that person who is God died.
Nah, that's not
I
making
can show
sense.
you where it says that God has blood and stuff. Like it happens all the time. So,
Yeah, but
John, can you go to
God's
Acts chapter
nature.
20, verse 28?
Hmm.
Oh, wrong side. Move around. Wait, stay down. Don't go around about.
Yeah. So be on guard for yourselves and for all the flock among which the Holy Spirit has made you overseers to shepherd the church of God, which he purchased with his own blood. So God purchased something with his own blood. That means that God has blood, according to this. The only person who is God that has a human nature as well is Christ. And that's why you can see things in the Old Testament.
But I can use the exact same argument that you was using. Like it's the title because of where he's come from. He has got the other way that he's explaining God, not his divinity, but his because of where he's come from, and God is like a description word in this point. It's not really the actual Father. It's not you. It's not the Father. It's just like
Yeah, we
he's
don't
been
think
given
Jesus
that.
is the Father.
Yeah, no, but I'm using like God. I'm explaining the difference between like what I'm explaining God in. Like God the Father, you've got that, and I'm saying while he's in flesh, they're giving him that word God as a title because we've seen in the Bible where God is being used not always as like it means you're the divine one. It don't always necessarily mean you're the divine one. In that case, it's because where he's come from, and I don't think he's using the actual. I'm struggling to
Yeah,
explain
so
it.
the reason it can say that God has blood is because the person who is Christ, who has the flesh, also has the divine nature. He's also God. That's why you can ascribe it that
So he's
way.
got two. So he's got two natures at once. Then,
Yes. That's what
but that's
Philippians 2 says. No, it's not.
That's contradicting likeness of man, though.
How?
Because likeness of man, it means if you look at, I can't go off the screen, or I'll go off.
Because that actually is the likeness of man, because he has everything that's required to be a man. He has a human soul. He has
but
organs.
the nature, though, the nature doesn't. The divine nature, no man has that.
We don't say the divine nature is man. We say that the person who has two natures, one of them is humanity, the other is divine.
But what
I'm saying is, nature is what you are.
What I'm saying is that the word likeness of man wouldn't be able to be used if the divinity is still kept there, because that separates the likeness of man. We can always say
divinity is not the likeness of man. His humanity is.
It is, because if you look at the likeness of man, it's nature as well. That's used in there as well.
Yeah. He has two natures. One of those natures is human. The other one is not. So the one that's in the likeness of man is the human nature.
No. But listen to what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain that the likeness of man, he said the word was made in the likeness of man. So for him to be in the likeness of man, there's a criteria of what that comes under.
Yeah,
and
we don't say, when we say made, we don't mean that he's transformed, like his divine nature changes into a human nature. We just means that he takes on an additional nature.
But that's what the word made is. That's what the you don't
because the verse that you're quoting says that he's both God and man at the same time. Philippians chapter 2 says that.
But God can't die. And you have to
he doesn't die according to his divine nature. He dies according to his humanity.
But where does it say that? You're gonna have to. Yeah, that's your opinion.
That's literally what the Bible says.
It doesn't say. Where does it say?
It says in Acts 20 verse 28, the one that Jordan just brought up to you.
He has a human body.
Yeah,
and that's why.
But where did it say that? Where did it say that the divine nature was there, or divine nature stayed there, or anything? Go on.
Yeah, in Acts chapter 3, it's going to say that they killed the author of life.
Which verse?
Exactly, killed.
I think it's verse 15.
But put to death the Prince of Life, whom God raised from the dead, a fact which we witnessed.
Yeah, so that word prince is literally autor, which means like the origin or the source of life, the author of life.
Yeah, because
But
he did give all that. He was the author of life.
yeah, but he
So,
didn't change into something
he
else.
put
That's why
that
I'm
down. Yeah,
no.
he put that down. He made himself of no
All right,
reputation,
so
and he
can you
was
go to
made flesh.
Just go to Philippians chapter 2 one more time, John.
Yeah.
Verse 6. All right, so
for y'all.
the key part is the word being.
How long are you gonna be on there?
So you see how it says he had as he already existed. The word in
Already
Greek means
existed.
the word in Greek means currently or like continues to be in the form of God.
Yeah, he said that's past though. It says existed.
No. So that just
It
means
says
that
he already existed. That's past in the form of God. Yes,
yeah, that
because
means
he
because
laid
he's
that down.
always been God. That's the point. But when you look at the word for being, it means continuously.
Okay.
It's that because anytime you say being, it's like a present tense word. Like there's nothing that's changing about that. And it literally says taking on the form of a servant, i.e., taking on humanity, human flesh. That's how we know that he has two natures while still being God.
All right. I still want to contest that, but I've got to drive now, and I don't know the verses that I can quote off by heart. So I'm gonna get the verses, and I'll surely be back.
All
But
right,
I
man.
got to drive now anyway. It was lovely to talk to you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being cordial. God bless.
All right. Cheers. God bless.
Wabba Chop is back.
Wappa Chop, welcome back, bro. I hope you've come back to tell us that you've become a Christian. Have another $2. How's John Geary been? He's a betrayer. He's a horrible, filthy betrayer. A Judas to our crew. Grifting more since my class gifting more since my class schedule will make it hard to watch live this semester. Hey, you can always tune in a little bit later. We did this one. Yes. Thank you very much, Stryker. Hi, John. Hi, Abby. Sorry, I've been a ghost for the last few months. Thoughts and prayers for you and your wonderful wife. Much love, brother. Thank you.
We were worried about you.
We did. We've actually talked about you a few times. Yeah.
We noticed.
The thing about the internet too is there's some people like you'll actually get to know and have great conversations with and build relationships with, and then just one day they're gone because they just stop going on the internet, which is healthy for them. And that's just how it is, right? That's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. All right, let's bring in the next guest. Van Helsing. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Van Helsing. Going once. Going twice. God bless. Bakta. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how old are you?
Yes,
how
I'm
old?
29.
Is there a delay? Are you listening to me on YT and then responding
Sorry,
here?
man, it's yeah, actually, those are two different devices.
Okay. Oh. Van Helsing. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, can you hear me? I got my Bluetooth in.
Yeah, but you got the burping going on.
Hello?
You got the burping going on.
Burping?
Yeah. Your mic goes burp, burp.
I'm in a car and it's kind of bumpy road, but should be okay.
No. Bakta, did you figure it out? Nope. Okay. I'm not doing the super long delays. I'm not walking you guys through technical support. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I think when I'm 39.
I think I'm 39.
I feel that, bro. Once you're in your 30s, it all just becomes a blur. All right, man. Christianity and the Trinity is true. Prove us wrong. It should be are true. Are true. Whatever.
Okay. Well, the thing I have with Christianity is to follow Christ and not Scripture. So, to me, Christianity will be false because we don't have Christ to follow. Now, until Christ show up, that's when the true Christians will show
You
up.
said follow Christ, not Scripture?
Correct.
The frick does that mean?
Because remember, the disciples was Christians because they followed Christ.
How do you follow Christ if you don't even know, like...
Just one sec, guys. I want to address something in the comments. I'm a drug addict, bro. I think I'm effed. Help me. I cannot help you, but the fact that you think you're effed is a good sign. Go to rehab. It really, honestly, just go do that. And then you have to desire and actually want to change. Sorry, go ahead, guys. Suspense is killing me.
Okay, so like I was saying, like to follow Christ, you have to have Christ. That's why even the Bible say, wait on the Lord.
Whoa, no, stop. Why are you using the Bible? You just said not to follow the Scripture, but you just said, just like the Bible says, wait on the Lord. But you just said don't follow Scripture.
Correct. I'm not saying.
Then why are you using
Scripture
that?
is a prophecy.
Do you think you're Jesus?
I'm not against Scripture. So slow down, y'all.
Oh, no, I need you to answer that question. Do you think you're Jesus?
No, I'm not. I'm the Son of Man. Jesus is the deity that people worship, that they say came.
So you think you're a prophet? You think you're the Messiah?
Yes.
All right, peace.
Why are you driving to work though?
So y'all scared to have a conversation?
I think,
bro, you're literally an antichrist.
Oh, that was gonna be interesting.
It would have been interesting. I'm here for the drama.
Dogs. I can't win. I get told in one hand.
You get another dumb person, you're gonna be like, we should have kept the last guy.
No, but I get told on one hand when I talk to people like this, I get a whole bunch of messages. Oh, you're wasting your time. You're throwing pearls before swine.
But
try to
it's
look for
entertaining.
Fruit. All right, Jesus, come back up. Come back up,
he
Jesus.
doesn't think he's a Jesus. He doesn't
come
think
back
he's
up,
Jesus.
Messiah.
He thinks he's a prophet.
Come back up here, prophet. Who's headed to work right now? Work is 9 to 5. Come back up. Come back up.
Imagine being a prophet and having to work.
Imagine being the Messiah and heading to work.
Come back up. Jesus had to do. He did have to do that.
Come back up, bro. Where you at? Come back up.
Dang, it's too late, bro. He done went with all the demons. I mean angels.
We used to get the people that thought they were Jesus all the time. I wonder where they went.
Thing.
Thank God they disappeared off the face of you.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 23 and I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, man. All right, Christianity and the Trinity is true. Prove us wrong.
All right, so question regarding Jesus. You guys believe he's God, right?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
All right, so yeah. So did you believe God got breastfed by his mother without? So did God get breastfed?
Amen.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Does your God got two shins?
Logical argument.
All right, so my argument.
Well, hold on, answer my question. Does your God have two shins?
Shins?
Or two left hands? Sorry.
You got it wrong again. Try again. Which hand? Left?
I'm asking you a question. Does your God have two left hands?
No.
He has no left hands but two right hands.
Oh, right hands.
Yes.
Did I get it mixed up?
That's tough. That's tough.
So your God has tough. Your God has two right hands.
Not like we have hands. His hand is different.
Oh,
but he has two right hands.
They're different, but they're still hands. So what? How are they different?
Why did you switch the topic?
I'm just curious. How are they different?
Well, because it says that
they're bigger.
No. Because basically, we cannot imagine God.
Is one big and one small? Does he have to clip his nails?
No, if you do your research, then you will know that it doesn't literally mean human hands, two human human hands, right?
Okay, they're two God hands?
Right.
Oh, he has two
And
God
what is the
hands.
God? What's the difference between a God hand and like a human hand? What are the differences?
So if we want to go into this, I would have to read the Arabic, and I would.
Here's
I would
a
have to-
question.
can't
So
just tell
like,
us?
is the two right hands both on the right side, or is like one right hand like on the left side, but it's like a right hand, so it's like kind of backwards?
Yeah. So I honestly read the title, and I thought I was gonna ask you guys questions.
We're showing you. We're showing you how. We're showing you how ridiculous. Oh
We-
God,
we were
breastfed
just-
argument is.
We were just curious. That's all.
So, no. If you guys believe that God got breastfed, then I have another question for you. Now, you guys say Jesus is God, but what if I tell you that Jesus himself tells you he isn't God? Would you
You'd
then
be lying.
All right. So now, this brother Jordan, you quoted a verse. It was Philippians whatever 2:6. No, can you go to
Yes.
Philippians 2:6 and put it on the screen?
You gonna use this to prove what?
No, can you? It's unnecessary talking. Can you put the where 6 is 6 5? I don't see 6. Can you line it like you did before?
You want me to do all your work for you?
No. It's just a line.
You want me to
brother.
make your argument for you too?
No. Can you zoom in so I can read it a little bit, if you don't mind? Or are you overwhelmed or something? I don't understand. All right. Who, as
Hold
he
on, I'm not done
already
lining. I'm
exists-
not done lining it.
Who,
Hold
as he
up,
already.
hold up.
I
I'm
think
not
he
done
just went
lining.
highlight.
You know what?
Just
I
one.
will
I
just
gotta.
let
You said line it. 1 sec. I'm almost done.
Yeah, line it. I will wait. Don't worry. I'm mature, you know.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Who, as he already existed in the form of God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped. What did he not? God did not. So Jesus did not consider equality with God. How do you explain this, my
Did you
friend?
not read the first part where it says
No.
who existing in the form of God, like
It-
who actually being the form of God?
Listen. Even I grant you that.
Like he spent all that time highlighting
Jesus
that just so
said
that you could just
he does. Jesus
skip
said
over
he.
it.
Listen. Jesus said he doesn't see himself equally as God.
No, he does. That's not what that means.
He already existed in the form of God. Did not consider
So do you
equality with
agree?
God.
Do you agree that it says that Jesus existed as God?
No, it literally doesn't say God. It said he didn't.
Pizza's there.
It all right, right there. It says
Listen, who
in the form
who
of
as he
God.
already
That word
existed
right
in the
there.
form. No. He did not consider equality with
No,
God.
no. The first part. Can you read the first part? What does that say?
Do you want me to highlight it?
Yeah, do it again.
Oh, okay.
Just highlighted this time, please.
And
hold
John,
up. Hold up.
John.
No,
I'll be
stop.
honest,
I'm
John,
highlighting.
It's not funny.
Stop talking.
It's not funny. Because we're talking about religion. It's not a humor show, is it? When it's about religion, we have to talk.
Oh, see now you made me mess up. I was focusing, and now look, I made the squid. Hold on. My God. All right, hold on.
All right, so
dude.
let's just leave. Leave the verse. Leave the verse. Leave it. Leave
No,
it.
you said I gotta highlight it.
No.
I'm trying to highlight it, bro. I'm trying to focus,
honestly, it's not
dude.
funny.
I'm trying to focus here. You're getting me off track.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was so good. All right. I'm almost done here. All right, there we go. Okay, read it.
All right, so did you quote the whole verse?
Read it. We were going to highlight the part that Jordan said you skipped. I asked you if you wanted me to highlight it. You said yes. There it is. So read it, please.
I've already read it. Listen.
No. Read
So
the
what
highlight.
does it say then?
Read it.
No.
No,
So
read the highlight.
basically-
No. Read the highlight.
I'll read it for you. Who, as he already existed in the form of God, did not consider.
Oh, no,
equality
just the
with God
highlight, please. Just the highlight.
something to be
You
grasped.
wanna just focus on specific things, so we're just gonna focus on specific things. Please just read the highlight. That's the whole thing that we said. So just read the highlight, please.
So can you admit that he already existed as God?
All right. So now.
No. Not so now. Read the highlight.
Can you admit
John,
that?
John.
No, not
listen,
John. Just read the
You don't know
highlight.
me.
Read the
You don't
highlight,
know
and then you
me.
can make whatever argument you
Why
want
do
after
you think
that.
it's normal to
But
disrespect people? Can
read
you
the
just calm
highlight.
down?
Read the highlight.
I know
Read
you're.
the highlight.
Listen, you're.
What point did I
you're behind the
disrespect you?
phone.
Read
Would
the
you talk
highlight.
to people like this in real life, John?
Yes.
Or did the internet get to your head?
No, I would
Yeah?
definitely talk to people like
No.
this.
Then
Ask
be a
my
grown
wife.
man.
Ask
Be
my
a-
wife.
Be a grown. Yes,
Ask
yes.
my wife. Hold on, Abby. Would I talk like to people like
you
this in
interact
real
with
life?
people
This is actually pretty like chill.
Like, would I talk like to this in people in real life, Abby?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do it.
So when
Now-
someone asks, so
now
you would
read the
line up a
highlight.
sentence for
Okay,
10 minutes.
I've
in real life.
been pretty chill, right? Now we're gonna
Have
start.
you?
Now I'm gonna start throwing accusations at you if you don't read the highlight.
Well, I've already read it.
Just the
Who,
highlight.
as
No,
he
you
already-
keep doing more. Just read the highlight. Then you can make any argument you
but
want.
I read verses.
Listen,
I don't read half a verse. You cannot read half a verse.
Listen, just read half the verse, and then you can do whatever you want after that. But just
All
read
right,
the highlight
all
right now.
Then I will continue.
No,
after.
don't continue. Just read the highlight. Watch, hold on.
So anyway, can I move on?
No, you're gonna read the highlight.
Listen, I showed you this verse.
You're gonna read
to
the
show
highlight.
Another verse to
Read
show
the
that
highlight.
it's contradictory.
Read the highlight.
I did it.
Read
My
it.
point isn't
Read it, Linda.
Wait, so if it's
Read it.
contradictory, you agree that the first part says that he's God, right?
No. Look, I will show you
What you
another
mean?
verse.
No. What's the
Alright,
contradiction?
Yeah, but
The
yes,
first part
I
says
don't
he's
believe in
God.
the Bible, so
But
I will
hold
give
on,
it to you.
I don't
Okay,
care.
okay,
I'm just saying, does
okay.
the first part say that he's God?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
gotta
the first part
says
says that he's God.
So the first part does say it.
Yes. So now let me
Okay.
show you another verse.
Okay, hold up. So
Yes.
hold on. The Philippians 2 says Jesus is God. Yes.
One second. Let me read two verses before to make sure, then I'll confirm. So, Jesus Christ. Yes, in the Bible, which I don't believe in, yes, it says in this verse.
Hey, that's a W.
But if I
ladies and
show you
gentlemen.
another verse,
That's a
if I show
W.
you another verse that says different, then it's a contradiction, right? So let me show you
Show me a
another
verse that says he's not God. I would love to see it.
All right. So,
guys, please be respectful to others' religions. LOL. No, I'm good.
yeah. So let me see. So go to John 5:19. We'll do 5:19 for a second.
You do realize this verse proves that Jesus is God, right?
No. So because if God is dependent on the Father, he cannot be God by definition.
This is
So
literally
if
gonna
he
prove
says
that Jesus is God. So if
no,
hold
it
on,
doesn't.
just answer this
Because he
question
says
real
he's
quick.
nothing.
Hold on. Answer this question real
He
quick.
says he's nothing without God. So he must be
Because
dependent.
he is the same as he's the same.
No,
nature as
look,
the Father.
truly, I say to you, son can do nothing of himself unless it has something he sees the Father do for whatever. So he's by
Hold on,
himself, he's
keep
nothing.
keep reading. Why do you
He's
chop
dependent.
verses? Hold on.
He's
What
dependent.
does the second part say? What does the second part
Wait.
say?
All right.
Hold on.
I will read the
Hold
second
on. Both you guys stop talking. I'll
I
just
will
read
read,
it.
I will read.
I will
What-
read. I will read for you. I know it's
No,
challenging for you. No,
What
I'm
is
gonna.
God
You
without
couldn't
the
read the
Father?
last verse. Now I'm gonna read it for you.
Tell
'cause
me
you're
what
gonna-
Jesus is without the Father.
Just listen.
What's Jesus
hold
without
on,
the
hold on.
Father?
Okay,
Nothing?
okay, fine. So I was gonna be polite
he
to you.
nothing?
Now I'm not. Have you done a 23andMe?
What?
Have you ever done a
I
23andMe?
don't know, but bro, is Jesus
Have you
nothing
ever
without
done a
the Father?
23andMe?
Is Jesus nothing without the Father?
Have you ever done a 23andMe?
Are you denying Jesus' words?
Have you done a 23andMe?
Is Jesus nothing without the Father?
Have you ever done a 23andMe?
Is Jesus nothing without the Father?
When you did your 23andMe, were your parents
Is
related?
Jesus nothing without the Father?
When you did your 23andMe, Were your parents related?
Is Jesus nothing without the Father?
When you did your 23andMe, were your parents related?
So now you're going to my parents?
Yeah, were your parents related when you did your 23andMe? Because there's this tendency that happens that when people have like inbreeding, that their IQ level starts to go down. So I'm just curious.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No. So basically you went to my parents and
Yes.
you son of a bastard, how dare you? How dare you talk about my parents?
Are they related or no? Well, hold on. Do you think it's wrong for cousins to get married?
How dare you talk? What?
Do you think it's wrong for cousins to get married?
So look, he just slandered me on live, right?
Do you think it's wrong? You said, "How dare you?" You said, "How dare you talk about your parents?" Do you think did I insult your parents by saying that?
No. So
it's wrong.
So now you're asking me if my parents are related, right?
Yeah. Is it wrong?
Don't worry.
Is it wrong for cousins to get married?
But are you a bastard since your parents just didn't marry at all?
No, my parents did marry. I was born in wedlock. Now, anyways.
But no. Are you a bastard? Yes or no?
That, baby.
I was born in wedlock.
What?
Yeah. My parents are married.
Listen, you bastard. I know you have slightly autistic tendencies, right? You bastard.
Right, that's true. That's true. I do have autistic tendencies.
Yes, I see it.
You never answered. You never answered my question. You never answered my question.
Don't talk about people's parents, right?
Do your parents? Is it wrong to say?
Listen, you autistic bastard.
Hold on. Is it wrong to say that cousins getting married is a bad thing?
No.
Or is it good?
Tell me what you said before about my parents.
Are your parents cousins?
No. What was your original questions?
Are they related?
You cannot. Right. So.
And in the context I'm talking about, are they cousins?
We're talking about John 5:19.
But are they cousins?
Ask me if my parents are related, right?
Yeah. Are they cousins?
So, since you're slightly autistic,
notice how you never actually answered the question. Are your parents cousins?
Since you have autistic tendencies, I will forgive you, right?
Why haven't you answered the question? Are your parents cousins? Ask me if my parents are cousins.
Since you're slightly autistic, I will grant you the forgiveness. Don't worry, you autist, right? I won't attack you for it.
Why won't you answer the question?
You're autistic, so
your parents are actually cousins, aren't they?
No, they aren't.
Oh, so they're not cousins?
No, but
okay, so what's your excuse for having such a low IQ?
So I know you want to go to ad homs and slander me.
That's not an ad hom. Define an ad hom.
What do you mean define ad hom? So listen,
define an ad hom. What is an ad hominem fallacy?
No. You know what you're trying to do, right?
What is an ad hominem fallacy? What is it? What is an ad hominem? I got jacked up teeth, no doubt about it. But what's an ad hominem fallacy?
Why don't you brush your teeth?
What's an ad hominem fallacy?
You and your wife have yellow teeth. I just saw your wife's teeth. They're fucking yellow. Let me see your wife again, you autistic bastard.
Huh?
Let me show your wife, you autistic bastard.
Where's your wife?
Talking about people's parents.
Show me your wife.
Huh?
Where's your wife?
I don't show my wife because I have honor and pride. You.
Where's
bastard.
your wife? Do you have a wife?
I don't talk about people's.
Is your
parents.
wife your cousin?
Show your wife's yellow teeth.
Is your
bastard.
wife your cousin?
Is
it?
No.
No? Your wife's not your
show
cousin?
your wife's teeth.
Show your wife's yellow teeth.
You
first.
just switch to your wife.
I tell you what. I'll show you my wife's teeth and you show me your wife's teeth. Go ahead.
You show your wife to the public.
No, you first.
At least let her be cute, bro. She has yellow teeth. Show
you show me. You show me. Hold on. Real quick question. Don't you guys worry?
Listen, you're
hold on. I just got a quick question.
You're slandering my parents.
No, it's just a quick question.
Right?
Just
because
relax.
I beat you in an argument.
Don't you guys wear hijabs because you guys don't want to be tempted by a woman's face?
Tempted by a woman's face? No, that's not true.
Why do women wear hijabs then?
So, why women wear? That's a different topic. You slandered my parents.
Just answer the question. Why do women wear hijabs?
Listen, you autistic bastard. First you slander my parents, and then you think I'm going to conversate with you? I'm not going to conversate with you, you bastard.
Then why are you still here?
No, show your wife's yellow teeth again.
You first.
You first.
Yeah, you show your wife. You show your wife's yellow teeth.
You just showed your wife to the world, right?
Actually, you know what? Show your wife's face.
You bastard.
Just your wife's face. Let's see.
You're autistic.
Actually, show. I want you to hold up pictures of you and your wife together, and we want to see if you two look alike. No.
So anyway,
appreciate your time.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Let's bring up the next guest. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
30 years old.
All right, bro. Christianity and the Trinity is true. Should be are true. I'll change that next time. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Sana, I would rather understand your perspective more than anything. When you look at the Trinity, do you see Jesus being a creation of God?
Jesus being creation of God? No.
So
God cannot
Jesus
be created.
So Jesus was not begotten, or he was not created through in the womb of Mary?
The flesh was created.
Correct. So the flesh is Jesus, is it not?
The flesh is flesh.
I don't know what that means. The flesh is flesh.
Are you your flesh?
I'm flesh, and I have
So when you
yes.
when you die and you go to Gehenna, do you take your flesh with you?
I don't know what Jahannam is. So I'm talking about the flesh that you're referencing. What does Jahannam mean?
Okay, so when you die and you move on to the next life, do you take your flesh with you?
To my understanding, you don't. The spirit goes, correct?
Yeah. So you're not your flesh. It's a part of who you are, right? You subsist in your flesh.
So the flesh of Jesus is not holy?
That's not what I said.
So I don't understand. You're confusing me a little bit. So once again, I'll reiterate the question. So when Jesus was in the womb of his mother Mary, was he God?
Yes.
Right. So when he came out of Mary, he was God as well, correct?
Yes.
Right. So the flesh and the spirit are one and the same, correct? So are you distinguishing the spirit?
No,
the flesh is not God?
You said they're one and the same. You said the flesh and the spirit are one and the same. That's saying you're saying,
essence,
hold on, let me answer the question if you're going to ask a question. You said they're one and the same. That would imply that they're identical to each other. They're not identical to each other.
No, so don't misconstrue it. When I'm saying that they're one and the same, that they're one being, right? They're one and the same, that they came together and they form what we know as being Jesus.
The flesh and the spirit are one being? No.
No. So can the spirit...
Well, how are you using being? Because being just means a state of existence.
So I don't know why this has to be so complicated in the sense of I really do want to understand your perspective.
If you really want to understand it, stop. You don't really want to understand it, man. You are trying. You're not listening to what I'm actually saying, and you're trying to misconstrue what I'm saying, and you're trying to actually. You're trying to do a Socratic method to show that something's wrong, and I actually think you're a Muslim.
So, what your thoughts are irrelevant.
Are you a Muslim?
A genuine question. All right, so you don't want to teach, that's fine. So you want to go on to
Are you a Muslim?
I don't think you're normal. When I'm asking you something about Jesus, when I'm at you, the topic is about Jesus, and I'm trying to
Are you a Muslim?
Strange. Very strange people.
Why is that strange to ask you what your religion is?
Because we're talking about the topic of Jesus and about the Trinity.
Yes, I need to know who I'm talking to. Why won't you answer the question? Are you a Muslim?
I'm one who seeks knowledge.
Yeah, so you're a Muslim?
I'm asking you for this knowledge, apparently, that you have, correct?
Yeah, so you're not. If you're a Muslim, you're not actually trying to learn here. You're trying to argue, and just
why not? Why are you prejudging me?
Because this is what Muslims do. They come up and they pretend that they're one thing to try to navigate another area. Just make an argument. Just make an argument, bro, and then we can have a genuine conversation. Just be honest. Just be honest, and we'll have a genuine conversation.
Correct. So when I'm
so you're Muslim, right?
Generally asking you. You're very strange, man. Very strange. Anyways, you could drop me if you want.
Are you a Muslim? Yes or no?
So irrelevant if I'm a Muslim or not. I'm here seeking
Why is it irrelevant?
Because I initially came up to your panel asking you for knowledge to understand your faith a bit more. And yet you're go ahead and you want to see my particular positions, which is irrelevant because I want to learn from you. You have so much knowledge that I want to gain. And yet you're deviating to a whole bunch of other topics, just like you did with the other guest, talking about his
I'm not deviating. I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you what your religion is and to see where you're coming from.
And then he came back to you about the color of your teeth. It's all nonsense. So I'm once again asking you, when Jesus was in the womb of his mother, was he considered to be God?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Right
now, I answered your question. Answer my question. Are you a Muslim?
This is. You want me? We're supposed to stay to your topic, correct?
No, it's my channel, my live. I do what I
No.
want.
So then
Are you a
remove-
Muslim?
So
Watch.
not-
Okay,
so-
hold
so
on.
remove.
What's your name? Spirits. Okay. Watch this. Okay, now the topic is spirits a Muslim. Can you answer the question?
Yeah. So it shows you really that you're disingenuous in
The,
all
the
factors.
topic
So-
today is spirits a Muslim. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, so once again, it's irrelevant.
The
I would like
topic
to stay on
today
topic,
is
though.
spirits a Muslim. Why'd you come up if you knew the topic is spirits a Muslim?
Yeah, I didn't come up when you put that particular topic up. I came up prior to that.
Well, you see that the
But it
topic
shows
right
your
now
audience
is spirits a
exactly-
Muslim. So either answer the question
Well,
or
okay.
move on. It's up to you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move on, but it shows how disingenuous you really are.
Okay.
And
Well,
enjoy
God
the
bless.
other
Appreciate your
blessings.
time.
God bless. You don't even know God. Say
Dog,
God
are you going to
bless.
answer the
Because
question
you're
or are
gonna-
you just going to keep yapping?
Are you going to engage in teaching me or not?
The topic right here is spirits a Muslim. Answer the question.
I'm not going to engage in that topic. Are
Well,
you gonna
then
engage
move
in every
on.
single
God
topic
bless.
that you put up?
Appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Howard.
It's crazy that you're ashamed of your own religion.
It's not about being ashamed.
You're
It's the way
ashamed
that
to be
you
a
point things
Muslim.
that people
You're
are
ashamed
having.
to
about-
give dawah.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
answer the
case.
question. Are you a Muslim?
You know why it shows you that you're disingenuous and having a
Dog,
a
here's the
dialogue
thing.
and
Here's the
can't
next
defend
thing you're
your
going to
own
do is
faith.
you're going to answer this question or we're going to move on. Which one?
Again, pivoting.
Which
It's
one?
fine. I hope you enjoy your day.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Look at Bert. His little leg is just stuck up in the air.
Now I got to rewrite this thing. Chris. That's not how you spell true.
I was making a sandwich. Surely nobody was asked if they're cousins, they're married to their cousins, or if their parents are cousins, or anything like that.
Dog, if they want to come
While
up
I
and
was
have
gone.
genuine conversation, I'm not gonna start throwing these things out. If they're willing to have a genuine conversation, it will be chill. Hello, how are you?
Yeah,
And just
I'm
real quick, how old are you?
25. I'm fine. I'm 25. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. You don't have to ask me 25 million
Good,
times.
great. Slow down. God dang.
He was on this for about 10 minutes. Are you a Muslim? Are you? Just drop the guy and move on, bro.
All right.
Like,
No problem.
you know?
I'm just following orders. I appreciate it though. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Good, man. I'm 32. How you doing?
Bro, you said drop the guy and move on, so I did. I just followed orders. All right.
I thought somebody else
No,
jumped in.
not you, bro. All right, Christianity and the
okay,
Trinity are
okay.
true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
I thought you were talking. I'm like,
No,
geez, I just came in.
No, you're good, bro.
I am a Muslim, just for starter, man. I don't know why it was so hard if he was correct.
Okay. All right, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the logic
Oh,
of the whole
did I
Trinity.
ask you how old you were?
Yeah, 32.
All right, sorry, bro. Yes, I did. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the whole logic of Trinity is just so hard to comprehend. No matter how many times you hear it or somebody tries to break it down, there's just so many, respectfully, just sounds like so many contradictions and just fallacies.
I mean, just because you don't comprehend something doesn't mean it's not the case.
Jordan went to a
I mean,
cathedral.
If you get 1,000 people who have no religion and you would ask them, they would
That's irrelevant.
99.9% logically be like, you make no sense.
No, it's like if I have 1,000 people and I ask them about particle physics, and they can't answer, that doesn't mean a particle physics.
What if you
isn't
break
true,
it down
like-
and explain something so simple, like the basic level of it, they would comprehend it.
Okay.
Particle
Yeah.
physics?
Well, I'm saying,
what's
like,
hard
the
about
basic-
understanding that there's
Okay.
3 persons, 1 God? Like,
if I may ask,
can you not repeat that, or what's hard about that?
Well, I'm about to get into it. That's why I said let me ask. It just doesn't make sense to me just to answer you real quick so you won't say I'm avoiding the question. Like Jesus is God, correct?
Mhm.
They're all one God, three essence, you guys call it, or three persons, or
They're different persons. They're one
different
God.
persons. Okay. Is Jesus God, Jesus, is he dependent or independent of the Father?
So dependency has to do with something else providing your existence, or something else having like a different existence, or
Well, a very simple question. Is he dependent or was he independent of the Father?
yeah. So it's neither. Like I
category
wouldn't
error.
say,
Because in the Bible, Jesus said, I can't do nothing without the Father. So he's dependent on the
because
Father.
he's the same nature as the Father.
But he
That's like
said,
saying I, Jordan, can't do anything without Jordan. I'm not dependent on Jordan because
which see,
I'm me. Like
right,
Jordan's not
exactly. See how
somebody
it
else.
makes,
I am me. So the Father is the Son in regards to their nature. So he
right.
can't do
So,
anything apart from the Father. That doesn't make sense.
right. So just off of logic, again, you bring somebody in and you tell them this person said this, I'm dependent on the Father.
He didn't
Or this
say
other
I'm dependent
answer,
on the
I'm
Father.
dependent. I'm dependent on the Father
You
because
cannot
I
even
am the
show me where
Father.
he says I'm dependent on the Father.
Where he said, I'm dependent on God. I can't
He
do
didn't
nothing
say
without.
that. Nowhere does it say that in the
Do.
Bible. He is
Brother,
God. He can't say.
Well, he said, I cannot do nothing without the Father.
Yeah,
In
because
other
he can't.
words,
That's impossible. That's
Well,
an impossibility. They're
let
the
me just
same
ask you.
nature.
Let me ask you a simple question. If Jesus is one nature with the Father, can he say, I can do nothing without the Father?
you don't think Jesus would say it in a different way if somebody.
That's not the
if
question
he
I asked you.
wouldn't-
Just answer the question I
he would-
asked you, please. If Jesus
Go
is a
ahead.
singular nature with the Father, can he say, I can do nothing without the Father?
No, but he would explain it. He would say,
I'm
what
not
you guys
asking
talking
what
about?
he would
I
do. I'm
am
just
God.
asking, can he say that? Don't try to, you just answer the question,
Yeah,
and then you
but
can
you see
give
what
like an
you're
argument
doing?
or an explanation.
I know. You see what you're doing here. Jesus wouldn't say in that case. He wouldn't
That's
say.
not, I'm not asking
dependent
about
on the
armchair
Father.
psychology, if he wouldn't. I'm not asking if there's another explanation. I'm just asking, logically speaking, if they are one nature, can he say that? And it'd just be consistent and coherent.
Then that verse wouldn't be in there at all. Then
Brother,
That's not what I'm
that's not the
asking you. I'm
question.
not asking you if the verse
Brother,
be in there.
I
It's a straight up
guarantee you,
question.
Common sense, it wouldn't.
I will
be in there.
answer you after you just answer this question, bro. It's not that hard.
It's a
You're just
simple
saying
question.
so he wouldn't do this.
Now,
Go say it one more time, and I'll go
see,
ahead.
Muslims,
and
they don't listen. Just pay attention, lock in, focus, right? If
Muslims,
Jesus,
they don't listen because you don't have a good argument. You want to attack.
I'm not making
Brother,
an
just have a
argument. I'm asking a
conversation.
question.
Just
That's
have a
another example of
conversation.
how you don't listen. All right. Now focus, lock in. Prove to me that Muslims can listen. If Jesus and the Father are the exact same nature, can Jesus say, I can do nothing without the Father without any contradiction?
That's such a silly strong arm.
Just
'cause
answer the question.
It's to answer it. I'll sound dumb because the way you guys are
Dog,
playing
you
it
already sound dumb.
You guys are making it sound dumb. So that's how you
Dog,
guys.
you already sound dumb.
Right.
You already passed that, so you might as well just answer the question.
You sound dumb answering because it's a dumb question.
Then answer it.
You're doing hypothetical. You're saying if
Answer the
Jesus,
question.
Brother, you could have answered this 5 minutes ago, and I could have explained
Brother,
everything
then
you
why
just
would
said after
Jesus
that.
say, "I cannot do nothing without the Father"? Explain it.
I can
Because
literally
they are
show
a
you
singular nature.
Why didn't Jesus say that? Why did
He
he
did
make
right
it seem
after.
like
That's
it-
the point. You didn't
make
read the
seem-
verse.
Okay, so even when Jesus got on his knees and prayed in the
Brother,
garden,
he
was
says
talking
it
to
right. All
himself
right,
as
John,
well?
pull up the verse, please.
Which
Lord
one?
have mercy. John chapter 5, verse 19.
Jesus, you guys complicated.
He says it right after that he's God, brother. Right after. He
Therefore,
explains
Jesus
why.
answered him and was saying to them, Truly, truly, I say to you, the Son can do nothing of himself unless it is something he sees the Father doing. For whatever the Father does, these things the Son also does in the same way. For the Father loves the Son and shows him all things and all things that he himself is doing, and the Father will show him greater works than these, so that you will be amazed.
So the Father loves him, the Son. So Jesus loves himself as well. Like
He's-
just I mean, come on,
brother.
look
That,
at the wordplay. Use common sense, fellas.
Dog, where's your common
okay,
sense?
if it,
Hold on, where is
hold on.
it?
If he says, hold on.
Common
If somebody,
sense.
hold on. If somebody says
Literally.
they can do whatever God does, what does that make them?
Am I gonna write a novel and
All
say,
right, brother,
I
please,
love I'm the God, I'm the Father, and I love myself,
brother.
who's the Son?
That's not even what
Make
he's
it
saying.
make
That's
sense.
So hold
he's
on.
not
Let me
the
just
Father.
ask you a quick question. Let's say I say to you, hey, I can do everything a police officer does. I can drive a police car. I can wear the badge. I can arrest people. I can take them to court. I can do all the things that a police officer does without any consequence, without anybody coming at me. Everything is true of a police officer that is true of me. What would that make me?
Somebody trying to be a police officer.
So if I'm just trying to be a police officer, I can go arrest them and bring them to the court system without consequence?
Answer your question.
Answer
Somebody
the
was
next
trying to be
question.
a police
If
officer.
I'm just trying to be a police officer, can I go arrest somebody and bring him to a courthouse without consequence?
No.
No. Okay. So if I can arrest people and bring him to a courthouse without consequence, and I can do all the things that are true of a police officer, what would that make me?
Please make it relevant to what we're
Dude,
talking
just answer the question.
about. Oh, make it relevant. I'll answer questions.
Answer the question and I will make it relevant. It's a promise. If I do all the things that are true of a police officer, all the things, what would that make me?
A police officer. Sure.
Great. So
Service
now
of
I'm
God.
going to make it relevant. If Jesus can do all the things that are true of God, what would that make him?
But Jesus didn't do all.
I didn't ask if he did. Just answer the question. If he could do all the things that are true of God, what would that make Jesus?
You see how you're asking your question.
All right, this is why you can't understand anything, because you literally
for sake
can't.
of
you can't-
argument, Jordan, hold on. I'm gonna answer.
Dog, what's 2 plus 2?
For the sake of argument, if Jesus had all the powers of God and he can do everything God does, Jesus would be God. A God. God.
Okay. Not a God.
No, a God. Just because I'm answering it the way you don't like it, it doesn't mean
okay.
I didn't
Let's
answer.
really focus.
Right,
Hold on. If Jesus can do all the things that is true of Yahweh, what would that make Jesus?
Another Yahweh.
Okay. So when we look at
another Yahweh,
hold on.
Let me talk to your argument.
No, it's logical, John. I'll give it to you.
Because
It's
if I
logical.
could be everything like
no,
this
no, no.
police officer, am I Bob?
Clipping.
Bob? Wait, well, let me answer. Am I Bob the officer or am I a different officer?
You are correct.
Hey, your
okay,
argument.
cool. Hold on.
Your argument.
All right, hold on. Now,
Okay.
the issue here is that we're talking about actions, right? When you talk about actions, whenever two things do the same exact act in the same exact manner, that means that those two things actually have the same nature, because your nature is the principle by which you act. So if they do the same actions exactly, that means they are the same nature. So
Dog,
when
I
Jesus
guarantee
says,
you he doesn't understand what you're saying.
it's cool, but there's other people who do
Well,
want to
see
hear
what I'm
this.
saying? You just want to jump to insults because you guys don't have you guys have to make.
Okay, hold on. If it's not an insult, hold on. If it's not an insult, bro, this is a simple.
That's what happens.
You're gonna be able
That's
to
why you
clip
can't
me
say
and
nothing.
debunk me right now. If it's an insult, all you have to do. Hold on, dude. Stop talking for 2 seconds. You're gonna get a W. This is gonna be a big W, right? If what I said was an insult, you can prove me completely wrong as a douchebag insulter by simply just repeating Jordan's argument in a way he would agree with. If you do that, you are going to completely wreck me.
Okay. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue, please.
Doc!
He was talking, and then you interrupted, and me and you started
So you didn't
talking.
understand it.
What
So
is
then I
funny?
didn't
He was
insult
not
you. I
even
just said
done-
something
he
that's
wasn't
true.
even
You didn't
done
understand
talking.
it.
No, you're not using. He wasn't.
Dog,
even
I didn't even
talking.
insult you. I just said something that's true. You didn't understand it.
Okay, fine. He understands something he didn't finish. You're right. I didn't understand something he didn't finish. It's called common sense, brother. Do
Dog,
you have it?
Did you understand the first half of
I'm
what he
not
was
a
saying?
dog. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue, so I can explain what you're saying to prove my point.
So what I was saying was,
Don't start from the beginning.
whenever-
Continue, because I want to see if he can re-explain it.
Yeah. So whenever something has the same nature, it does the same exact acts. Jesus is saying he does the same exact acts as the Father in the same exact way that he does. This is how
Can
we
you
know
pull
that he's
that up while
saying
we're
that.
speaking as well in the Bible? Can I see that verse as well?
John chapter 5. John.
Continue, Jordan. I'm still listening.
Yeah. So because they have the same act, he is saying that he has the same nature. And also we see in John chapter 1, verse 1, that he does in fact have the same nature. So this is just going based off of the entirety of John. So
Okay.
because they have the same acts, you would be correct in saying that, yeah, just because I can do or have all the capabilities of doing the same thing that Officer Bob does, yeah, that make me a police officer. You're correct about that. However, what Jesus is saying is that he does the same exact act as God, meaning sustaining the universe, the same act of raising people from the dead, the same act of
Hold
creating
on.
things.
5 people raised people from unalivement in the Bible. 5
No,
people.
hold on.
Yeah,
Let
but
him
that's not the
finish.
point.
Hold
That's not the point.
hold on. We're still doing the
that
thing I
doesn't
said
make
we're
him
doing.
God.
He's going to finish his argument, and then you're going to steel man it.
Okay. You guys can't keep interrupting me. If I want to throw a word in, you guys jump on me. We're just going back and forth. Let's
We're
stay
not
respectful.
going back and forth. We're not being respectful. We already
No,
crossed that line. So now Jordan's made his argument. Now I want you to repeat it and prove to me that I didn't that I was insulting you.
He's saying if someone has the same essence of God, everything God can do, he can do. Jesus says he has the same essence. He can do everything God can do, is what he's saying Jesus said in the Bible.
Jordan, are you satisfied with that?
I'll give it about a 70%. That's about a C. But
okay.
What I'm trying to say is, in general, whenever something does the same exact act, meaning like it's kind of hard to explain with like humans because we all do different acts. So you would be correct on like the police thing, like, yeah, you're not Officer Bob because you would be walking on the right side of Officer Bob, or you would be holding down the criminal's right hand while Officer Bob is holding down the criminal's left hand. Those are two different acts, which shows that you have two different natures,
So
right?
does Jesus say he did everything what God did, or did he say I can do everything that God's willing for me to do?
No, he says he does everything that God does.
Okay. I'm still waiting for you guys to pull it up, and preferably in the Greek translation if you want to pull it up.
You know Greek?
I'm sorry?
You know Greek?
No, I prefer because there's wordplay in the Greek. Like for instance, when you guys say in the Bible that not only is Jesus dependent on God, God is dependent on Jesus to create.
Oh, you haven't showed us any verse or word that says dependent.
But if you go not dependent.
That's what you just said.
Dependent. Using the word dependent, meaning need. Jesus can't do nothing without the Father. And then you guys make the argument the Father can't do nothing without the Son because he needed the Son to make the world. But if you go back to the Greek, it never says him. It says it, meaning his word. So wordplay is very important here. And this is where alter and
Dog, I have no idea what you're saying.
It's actually the same word for he and it.
No, it's not. When it says it, it's talking about. So when it says him, is it talking about his word or is it talking about Jesus?
It depends on the verse. But what you're talking about in John,
who is God's word?
He's just talking about when it says the word, like the same was with God.
So Jesus is dependent on God. He needs God.
Dog, you
just
keep saying that. Can you actually prove that he needs him? That it's a dependency?
Jesus says he cannot do nothing without the Father.
Okay, so which again, we go
Jordan,
full circle.
am I wrong?
Hold on, we went full circle. If Jesus is the same nature of God, right? Of the Father, can he say that without any contradiction?
But then why does the Father
just answer the question.
Rely on Jesus?
Just answer the question. Answer the question.
Well, it says all things were made through Jesus, so
if Jesus is the same nature of the Father, can he say that sentence without a contradiction?
No, it just sounds silly when you.
All right, I appreciate your time. God bless.
John chapter 1, verse 3, and also
Colossians. Dude, answer the question. Answer the question with a yes or no, or I'm moving on because you're just a disingenuous baboon.
I already
all right, so here's just a yes or no. Yes or no. Nothing else, or I'm moving on.
For the sake of argument,
all right,
sure, yes.
So he can say that.
For the sake of argument.
Okay, now you need to make an argument on why we should take your reading where it's a dependency.
Okay, bring it down just a little bit. Like, I don't know why you're so eager to kick me out.
Because you're an idiot.
No, because you can't answer. You guys can't answer, and you guys do a lot of loop arounds to try to come up with the answer that none of them make sense. Does Jesus have the same essence of God as human? Does he have the same powers of God?
Yes.
He's still God, right?
Yes.
He still has all the attributes of God. Okay. Why didn't Jesus know the hour? Why does it say the Son and the angels may not know the hour?
Yeah, because that word in Greek means to reveal or to make known.
Look at you. Answer. No,
I
answer.
just
Jordan
answered.
was
I want.
answering.
He was answering.
I want Big John to answer, just like he
Because-
does to me. No,
Yeah,
answer
dog,
yes or no.
dog. I'm going to answer it. Yes, you
Go
didn't
ahead.
ask a yes or no question.
He didn't ask.
No, I'm doing what you're doing. It's not a yes or no question. But how come it says nor the Son nor the angels will know the hour if Jesus had the same attributes and power as God?
Okay, yes.
Oh,
Go ahead, explain.
Well, is it a yes or no question or not?
He has been voted
It's
off
not a
the
yes or
island,
no
baby.
question. I'm just doing what you're doing, the strong arm. Go ahead and
A
answer.
strong arm? What's a strong
Just
arm?
answer it. Bro, just answer it. You're avoiding the question?
Yeah, because
You're
that
scared?
specific
Defend your Bible, brother. Defend your
oide,
Bible.
that specific
Defend
word,
your Bible.
I'm trying to answer it, but you just keep yapping, right? Like Muslims do. That's all they do. They yap, they don't listen.
Yeah, just
so
like
lock
Christians,
in,
they don't make no
close your
fucking
mouth and
sense
listen,
ever.
listen.
Go ahead.
All right, so the word oide specifically can be used to mean reveal. So when Jesus is using the word oide, he's not talking about a knowledge claim. He's talking about a position to reveal things. We know this. We know this because when Paul says, "I know nothing but Christ Jesus," he's not talking about a knowledge claim. He's talking about being revealed. In Exodus, when it says that we know you fear the Lord, it wasn't talking about a knowledge claim. It's talking about a reveal. So that same word, when Jesus is speaking about it, he's not saying I don't have knowledge of said event. He's saying it's not my place to reveal. It's only for the Father. We know this because we have several verses where it says Jesus knows all things. Would you like to read those verses?
That's the Bible. Too many contradictions.
One
another chapter says one thing, another chapter says another. You're proving our point as Muslims.
Can you steel man my argument? You've been voted off by the chat, so let's give you a shot. Let's see. Steel man my argument.
I'm voted out because they see you guys can't straight up answer. You guys are going in circles.
You were voted off a long time ago. I've been letting you go for a while. So steel man my argument.
Of course.
I even
You
said.
guys have
Steel
a
man
good
my
day,
argument.
as usual, a Christian
Steel man my
can
argument.
never give a
All right,
straight up
appreciate
answer.
you. Strong man the argument. You got any supers to go through? We do. Hey, brothers, I've been accepted into m.div program. My first electives are Hebrew and Greek. I promise you that if you weld your will to God, sail cannot fail. Amen. Congratulations. I hope that you have a good journey in your studying and in your learning, and I hope you can do many works for the Lord. Get the verse, Gino Jennings. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Thank you. All right, let's bring up another guest. Why don't they use the word reveal instead? Because there are word for word translations and meaning for meaning translations. The problem with word for word translations is that if you don't understand context and how it works, you can get lost in the sauce. You could probably find a meaning for meaning translation that says the word reveal.
Yeah, it's kind of like if we were quoting what somebody said, and like one of my friends said, "Oh yeah, that's lit." Like in our English, if you look at just like a dictionary, it's gonna say like something on fire or something that's bright, something that's illuminated, right? But we would know that means that, yeah, like the party's like, it's like turns up, like, or not even turned up. You can't use that because that's not one. But
or
like,
you could just
the party's
the
really
roof
fun.
is on fire, right?
Yeah,
that's
like,
an
well,
old
the
line
party,
90 saying.
Yeah, like the party's really fun. Like we're not gonna translate it as really fun if he actually said lit, right? But somebody 100 years from now, or even 5 years from now, they're gonna be like, "What does that mean?"
Well, I mean, just like Nelly's song about the roof is on fire. 1,000 years from now, they're going to be really confused and be like, "Why was this guy talking about the roof being on fire?" Especially considering his music video actually has a roof on fire. Bob, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Bob the Builder. All right, appreciate you. Bakta. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yeah, hi. So it's nice to meet you, man. Am I
How old are
audible?
you? Yeah, you're good. How old are you?
Yeah, 29.
All right, man. Christianity and the Trinity are true. Go ahead.
Amen.
Dude, you can't
Yeah,
listen to
so
me on
basically,
YT. Hold on. You can't listen to me on YT and here. You have to listen to me on here. So
I
there's no
thought he
delay.
said, "Oh man," I was like, "Oh, that was easy."
correct, correct. So I just muted my YouTube. Right. So I have this question that is basically, I think I'm audible, right?
Yeah, we're waiting for your question.
Yeah, right. So my question is, see, I met some people, those who were saying that Christianities have different, I mean, beliefs, different philosophies, and etc. Why they can't be one, man?
Because people like
Because
Like
argue about
different,
ultimately,
things.
yeah, different
yeah, I mean,
denominations. You
my
mean?
question is I want to make it very simple. That is, basically, Jesus Christ is the person who is the messenger of the Supreme Father. That's how I see on the superficial level. Because honestly speaking, I have not read all the parts of the Bible and all, but I have read few parts of the. I think it was New Testament. So there, I have discovered many things which helped me throughout my life, personally and professionally, and my career and everything.
Bro,
So I really loved it.
what's your contention? Like, what's your argument?
Right. Actually, you said Christianity and Trinity are true.
Mm-hmm.
Prove us wrong. That's what your topic is. But honestly, I'm here to ask a question, not argument.
What's your question?
Question is, thank you for that. Thank you for holding up. Question is that if the fundamental thing is that Jesus Christ is the deliverer, I mean, he is the connection between the Supreme Father and us. That's how I can see. I have not researched it in very much detailed, but I mean, why people are so much, I mean, different opinions. Okay, Jesus Christ is not God. He is something. He's something, and
Dog, have you
Supreme
read the
Father is
Bible?
doesn't.
People were in different
Sorry.
opinions. People were in different opinions of who Jesus was and what was going on in the Bible
Right.
while talking to
Right.
Jesus. That's human nature.
I mean, they are having different opinions. Why? I mean,
You want
fundamentally,
me to
there is the
answer
thing,
the
no, that
psychological problem on why humans disagree?
yeah, that is a simplified version
I
of
don't
what
have
I'm. Uh,
the skill to do that.
oh, come on, man! I actually need to know that why people are. I mean, having so many different opinions on Jesus Christ and Supreme. Just believe it, man. Like, have faith, right? So why? I mean,
All
so
right,
much.
I appreciate your time, man. I'm gonna jump on.
Yeah, basically stuff like that happens because people don't have knowledge.
Bob, hello. How are
People
you? And just real quick, how
perish
old are you?
for lack of knowledge.
Okay, can you actually hear me this time?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 40.
All right, man. Christianity and the Trinity are true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Okay, if Christianity is true, I demand that the Christian God strike me down with lightning in the next 1 second.
You demand something
Amen.
of God?
Well, I mean, I'm disproving it, right? Like he didn't do it.
You
Hey,
demand.
hold
So
on.
you
Demand.
demand.
Hold on. Demand me to do something real quick. Demand me to do something real quick, and I'll prove to you I don't exist
Well,
because I
I'm
won't
not
do it.
trying to disprove your existence. I'm trying to disprove his existence, right?
Jordan,
Yeah.
Jordan,
So just demand me to do something.
I demand you send me $100 on PayPal
No.
right now. Oh, damn,
No.
Jordan don't
Okay,
exist. Damn.
I have another
No.
counterpoint because you're blowing right past that pretty good argument. So
That's not
Hold
good.
on, hold on, hold on. Answer my question.
What
How does that
sure.
not prove Jordan doesn't exist? I demanded, Jordan, send me $100 on PayPal right now.
You can see him in the room with you, can't you?
I can't see
No.
Jordan.
But you can hear him on the phone. Can we get God on the phone real quick?
I don't have his number. You got it?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't even think he
six
has a
six six
phone.
six 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 six.
All right, call it.
That's not enough numbers.
Okay, well,
You missed
well
a 6.
here's another. Okay, seriously, this is what I wanted to call in for.
I don't know what the area. I don't know what's the country code or what.
Just the genuine confusion in your voice there. That's not enough numbers. Didn't work.
Which of the many branches of Christianity were you raised in, and are you still in that same branch?
I wasn't raised in Christianity.
What were you raised in?
My family was agnostic. I became a Christian when I was 30.
So which of the many branches are you in right now?
The best one.
Answer the question. I gotta use your own words against you. Answer the question.
I did. The best and most correct one.
Okay, which one is that?
The
Is it
best and most
Baptist
correct
or
one.
Westboro Baptist?
The best and most
Dang,
correct one.
that's the only option? Yeah, great.
That's one, dude.
That's rough.
Yeah, the best and most correct one. That's the one I'm a part of.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I'm not
does the
in-
best one, here's my disprove, okay? Is he all powerful and all knowing and ever present and can hear all the prayers?
Yes.
Amen. He's listening right now.
Okay, so would you go to a website for me real quick? I just to solidify my point. Go
Dog,
to
I am not.
reddit.com.
I'm not. Reddit.
Reddit.com.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're starting off strong right now.
Just go.
We're starting off strong right now.
Pastor arrested. And just tell me why
Oh, dog,
all these
1
Christian
second.
preachers, all these
I
Christian
exist,
preachers
please
diddle
don't make
little
me not
kids.
exist. I'll do
And
whatever you
nothing.
say.
So
I
is
have
he
to,
all powerful?
otherwise I just
Did you
cease
know?
to be.
Did you know statistically, you're more likely to get diddled by a family member or a member in school, public schools, than you are a
dodging
priest?
the question. You're dodging the question.
How am I
Answer
dodging
the
the question? What's your question?
Does an all-powerful God
Mm-hmm.
protect children from being raped by his own priests in his own churches?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Why would it be sometimes no?
I don't know.
Okay, well then why worship a God that doesn't protect children from pedophile priests in his own houses?
Because what else am I gonna do?
Think for yourself? I don't know.
I'm gonna wave my
And
fist at the
logically-
sky and logically just go to hell because like I disagree with the guy who created the
And
universe.
logically speaking, God would have to be perfect goodness, so there would be some reason as to why, even if you don't understand the reason.
Based.
So it's God's plan that his priests rape his
Dog.
grape.
When did Jordan?
So it's not-
When did Jordan say it was
Yeah.
part of his plan, dog?
Yeah.
It,
So we wouldn't say that God
okay, then
planned for
why?
this to
So
happen.
why does it
Like, he
happen?
doesn't-
Why does
he
it? Why
doesn't-
does it happen?
Because people are terrible, terrible people and do terrible, terrible things.
But is he not all powerful enough to stop it once the priest makes that free will decision? Why doesn't he blow his brains out with a lightning bolt or smite him or something?
Well, he can. So just imagine, like, so morality is going to be different. Well, not morality, but like whether something's ethical is going to be different depending on the person's position. So if I sentence you to death, it won't be the same as if a judge sentences you to death because we're in different positions. So another thing you have to keep in mind is imagine that, like, we have this free will, right? If God were to take away that ability for us to sin, and our only way in order for us to unite ourselves with God would be for us to do good activities willfully, even though we could do other activities that are improper, then we would never actually be able to unite ourselves with God because we can never actually have the choice to do otherwise. So
why are
that would-
priests making the decision to become a priest and then rape kids?
Because that's a position of
they're
power and
wicked.
it gives them access to children.
They're wicked. I mean,
Oh, bingo!
It's the same
Literally
reason.
same reason
Bingo.
as coaches
We agree.
do that
They're-
and
they're
teachers
It's the
do
same.
that.
It's the same reason that listen. If you really want to get mad about this, you should get mad at public schools because it's significantly higher in public schools than it is in like a priest situation.
Why are people becoming teachers? Like, we
but
should
Like
stop
if
this
you
going
want
to
to attack
teachers.
kids, you're gonna try and get kids to get close to kids.
They're teaching you math and science. They're not preaching that
Have
they
you
know
been to
all
school?
things that are right and good.
Teachers
They
are
need to
also
follow
teaching
us.
morality.
Hey, based off of what I've been seeing on my For You page, they teaching a whole lot more than math and science. Well,
Amen.
I think
these teachers been going crazy
you
lately.
guys are struggling with how to answer it.
We're not. We literally are
I think
not.
that I'm making such a point that you're struggling to
Ooh,
answer.
we're so
You're
struggling
dodging
right
the
now.
question.
We've never
I
heard
don't
these
think
arguments from our atheism.com. Never heard it
I just
before.
don't think that you're understanding
No.
like
Our
the
atheism.
gravity of this.
What are you
the
talking about?
questions that you're asking. Like you're not understanding what you're actually asking.
Why follow a moral code that allows its priests to diddle kids and then
That is
claim
not a moral.
the moral high
Where,
ground?
hold on, show me anywhere in the code where it says, hey, you are allowed to do this.
Do you think it would be a better system if one of the commandments was priests should not diddle kids? Do you think it would be a better system?
That's in the commandments about sexual immorality.
You can't do that? The freak? You think that's legal?
Wait. Well, I don't think it's legal. I think it's morally reprehensible.
No,
and
do
those
you think
priests
that they're
should
allowed
have had
to do
their
that in the
brains
church? It's
lightning
just like-
bolted out of their skulls.
Do you think Christianity allows and permits it?
In church, moving the problem priests around and sweeping it under the rug. Of course it does.
All right, show me where it says.
Did it for years.
Show me where it says in Christianity that
For
priests.
years.
Hold on. Show me where it says that priests are allowed to diddle little kids. Go ahead.
Well, why is God not punishing them immediately when they take that step?
Dog, you said that it's permissible. Show me.
Dog. Well, it's permissible because he's not lightning bolting all the priests so that they continue to do it. They're not learning the lesson. He needs
How does
to
that-
drop
wait, so
some
is it- hold on, is it
smiting
permissible-
down like he used to back in the day.
Is it
because
permissible to blaspheme God like you're doing right now?
If God is real, strike me down
and-
with lightning in the next 1 second.
Answer the question. Is it permissible?
I reject your pedophile God.
Is
I
it
reject
permissible?
it.
How does that make him a pedophile?
Isn't that the one unforgivable sin? Like, instead of raping kids, it's denying his existence. Don't you think that that's a little fucked?
That's not the unforgivable sin. That's part of it, but that's not the unforgivable sin. So can you answer the question?
What's the question?
Is it permissible?
I'm gonna snicker,
Is it
I'm gonna
permissible?
snicker.
Is it permissible for you to blaspheme God, according to the Christian religion?
I'm doing it right now. I don't follow the religion.
That's
man,
not
so
the
can do
question I
whatever the
asked
fuck I
you.
want.
Is it not the question I asked you? Is it permissible in the religion?
Sure.
It is.
That's my answer. You told me to answer the question. Am I right or wrong? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're restarted.
If a judge lets you off for a speeding ticket, does that mean that speeding is permissible?
Why are you changing the subject to something so innocuous as a speeding?
brother, you
ticket
don't
when
even-
we're
you
talking
don't
about
even- hold on,
priests
you-
raping children.
Brother,
You can't
you're
say
the
that
one that
word.
wants to talk about kids getting diddled for
Because
literally a half hour,
it's the
brother. I'm
perfect
trying to use an
distillation of
example.
moral authority.
Brother,
It's
just
the
answer
perfect
the
distillation
question.
of moral authority.
Just answer the question, brother.
Just
If
a quick
judge
side,
lets
just a
them-
quick side question. I want to see if you're consistent. Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Okay, go ahead. I don't think that the government or anyone else should dictate what anyone should do with their body.
So you're for killing kids, just not raping them.
I don't want anyone to kill kids or rape kids. I think that people should make their own decisions.
But your
instead of
whole
relying on
argument,
some
your whole
white-haired
argument,
child diddler to tell them what to do while
well, your whole argument, is you don't think the government should intervene in situation A, but situation B they should intervene. Do you think the government should intervene if you rape a child?
Okay, do you believe in
Hold on.
small
Don't
government or big government?
dodge. Do you think the government should intervene if they rape a child?
If God isn't doing, if
Dude,
God is
just
not
answer the
intervening, then
question.
someone
Answer
has
the
to.
question. You're running. You're scared. You're running. Do you think the government should intervene and arrest somebody if they rape a child?
Sure. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you think the government should intervene if they unalive their child?
There's plenty of Christians parents that
Dog,
like
just answer
drown
the
their
question.
kids
Do
in
you
the
think the
river
government should intervene
because
if they
God told
unalive
them
their
to.
child? Do you think the government should
what
intervene
if-
if they unalive a child?
They have when the parents have
That's
said.
not, I didn't ask
"God
if they
told me to
have.
kill
Do
my
you
kid."
think the government should intervene when a mother unalives her child?
In certain circumstances, yes. In certain circumstances, no.
Okay, so you're inconsistent. You think it's okay to unalive children, but not to grape them.
A zygote is not a child.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, now we're getting into medical semantics, but
The definition of a
I'm
child is a human being that's not past the age of puberty. That's what a zygote is.
okay. Well,
Don't stutter.
okay. Here's my argument. If the all-powerful, all-knowing, omnipotent God will not step in on behalf of innocent children.
Okay, so do you think this all-powerful God should unalive every mother who's had an abortion?
No way.
Well, what's the difference here? You think he should unalive every priest that does a grape, but you don't think he should unalive every mother that has an abortion?
Well, your question presupposes that he exists, and he does not.
It doesn't.
So it's a false question.
Your question presupposes he exists because you're saying, "Hey, he's bad for not unaliving these priests."
I'm talking to people that believe that he exists.
Right. So in our worldview, from an eternal critique, should he alive every mother who plans to or has an abortion?
What if a priest rapes the
Dude,
woman?
answer the question.
Should she carry?
Answer the question.
Should she carry the baby?
Answer the question. Should God unalive every mother that plans to or has had an abortion?
Which God are we? Which one of the 3,000 gods that man has invented are we talking about in this particular instance?
You know exactly which one I'm
John,
talking
I'm sorry. I didn't realize one of my low IQ schizophrenic
One second.
Christian
God.
One second.
How he found this live is beyond me.
Here's
1 second, I said.
With me, caller. We can get you disability frown.
All right, I'm going to read it again because you wouldn't stop yapping, then I'll unmute you. John, I'm sorry I didn't realize one of my low IQ schizophrenic clients got out. How he found this live is beyond me. Please follow up with my caller. We can get you a disability. Yeah, you should reach out to him. He can help you out. All right, I'm going to unmute you now, and then we're going to continue down this chain of reasoning. You know which God I'm specifically talking about. The argument is this, before I unmute you, so I want to make sure that you're listening. The argument is this. You say that God should unalive every priest that does a grape, but you do not say that God should unalive every mother that does an abortion, which shows an inconsistency in your worldview. Go ahead.
Well, a mother does not claim the religious moral authority that priests claim, and then should not be held to the same standard.
Okay, so God unalive every single Christian mother that's had an abortion or plans to have an abortion.
Even Christian mothers don't claim to be messengers of God. They're just women.
Dog, they claim to be followers of God. Same with the
Okay, well,
priests.
followers fuck up sometimes. They sin, don't they?
So do priests. Priests are humans too.
But
Priests aren't prophets.
Shouldn't people that claim to be messengers of God be held to a higher standard than Joe Blow down the street?
They are. They are going to be judged far harder by God when it comes to Judgment Day. The Bible literally says that. For those that teach will be judged to a stricter standard than those that don't. No.
If you have a child and a priest grapes them, are you okay waiting until that day for punishment?
I will go through the legal system. For vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
So you're okay if a priest grapes your kid?
I didn't say that.
And faces no punishment until judgment day.
I didn't say. When did I say that? When did I say I'm okay with it? See, this is what you guys do. It's like if you don't say exactly what I say, hold on, listen. If you literally just did it. You just said if you don't say exactly what I want you to say, then you're saying the opposite of what I'm thinking. That's not what I said. I didn't say I'm okay with it. I said I will go through the legal systems and do it properly. For vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I'm going to seek justice, not vengeance.
And you could be unokay with it and then take out your own vengeance and still be wrong in the situation because, maybe you weren't supposed to do that.
I resort back to my original argument of if
you still haven't showed me. You still haven't showed me. You still haven't. I am interrupting you because you're dodging again. You're dodging again. You still haven't shown me how you're not inconsistent. You still haven't shown me you're not inconsistent. You still haven't showed me that you're not inconsistent.
We're not talking about abortion. We're talking about
I'm showing you your critique doesn't work because you're inconsistent. I'm showing you don't actually believe in your critique.
I'm saying there's a gray area in many circumstances of life, and many of these gray areas need to be dictated by a council of either elders in a village or by the American court system or Canadian court system or any
Or by
first world
Christianity,
country
right?
court system of the law of the land.
By
And if the law of the land allows people to do with it, to do these things, then okay. But if you're, you need to take it on a case by case basis. I think it's impossible to blanket statement this shit because there's so many
1
gray
second, please.
areas of like
1 second, please.
adults
1 second, please.
taking advantage of
I'm
children.
going to
Oh my
pray
God.
for him without his consent.
All right, hold on. I'm going to read it again. I was going to let you continue. It's just 1 second, but then I got to mute you and I got to read it again because you just can't stop yapping. All right, so it says, what state is this guy in? He needs a hug. I'm going to pray for him without his consent. All right, now I'm going to unmute you. And then you can continue. Go ahead.
Both. I reject that person's prayer. They should spend it kicking dirt around instead of praying for me.
How do you spend
Well,
a
they
prayer?
can kick dirt while praying. That's what I do sometimes.
So,
okay. Well,
how are you not inconsistent
I mean,
again?
my original argument was if he was real, he could strike me down right now and you could have that on your little
could.
videotape forever and prove to everybody that it was real. That
I
did
don't
not happen.
have you
did it
on
not?
tape.
It didn't happen.
I don't have you on tape. I would just have the audio cutting out.
Wouldn't that be enough to make yourself be the new Christian
Really?
influencer?
Really? That'd be enough to convince the whole world that God exists if I was having a conversation with you and then you just disappeared off the live and you just disconnected?
You're interrupting me! Stop it! If you claim that other
When's the
people
last
can't
time you had a
interrupt
hug?
then you can't interrupt other people.
When's the last time you had a hug?
You have the microphone and you have the show and you think that you can talk over people.
When's the last time you had a hug, bro?
Crazy. Thing to you.
When's the last time you had a hug?
What's a hug?
A hug? H-U-G? A hug.
Hug.
Yeah, when's the last time someone hugged you?
2 days ago.
You're supposed to get a hug like every day, so that might be it.
I was going to say something crazy.
Keep it in.
Well, let me say this. You have not changed my opinion at all. I imagine that I have not changed your opinion. I think that what you're doing is, I mean, good in the way that you're trying to have the conversations, but when you resort to so many logical fallacies when callers call in and then you do these same things like, okay, I'll tell you, here's my biggest gripe with you.
Okay.
You point out all the logical fallacies of people calling in, and then when people ask you this, that, and the other, you resort to scripture. Scripture itself is circular reasoning. It's true because the book says it's true.
Where does the Bible say it's true?
Circular reasoning.
Where does the Bible say it's true?
This is the word of God. I mean, that's a paraphrase, right? Like
you said that I say that the Bible says it's true because it says it's true. Where does the Bible say it's true?
No. I'm pointing out a logical fallacy that you do not recognize that you yourself are doing.
Which fallacy?
Christians generally believe the Bible is true. There is not enough evidence to prove it's true, so they rely on the words in the book telling all these stories, and then when people bring up
which fallacy,
arguments, you're doing it again. I'm trying to get out of thought. You interrupt, and then I lose my train of thought. You're doing it.
Yeah, I just need to know the fallacy. You keep saying I'm doing the fallacy. What's the fallacy? What's the name of the fallacy?
Circular logic. Google it.
Circular reasoning. Circular reasoning is when your premise has, you include your conclusion within the premise. So where do you do that?
The entire belief of Christianity is predicated on the fact that the Bible is inspired words of God, right?
I'd say the entire foundation of Christianity is predicated on the fact that Jesus Christ died and resurrected.
So can we just throw the entire book away because that's not the premise of Christianity? Can we just talk about how Jesus was a chill dude and probably smoked weed as the burning bush and was just nice to people?
Jesus wasn't at the burning bush.
He was in it.
He was.
He was in it.
He was the burning bush.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, this brings up a good segue. Have any of you ever taken psychedelics?
Yes.
Do you know of the stoned ape theory?
No.
Could you Google that for me?
No.
Or I can give you the Cliff Notes.
Sure.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever taken psilocybin?
I'm not sharing.
Like a heroic
I'm not sharing with you.
All right,
the
which
things I've done
hard
in my past.
substances are you on right now? Because it's
Yeah,
clear
that's a
that
good question.
It's something.
Okay, well, the theory of stoned ape theory is on the plains when we were our great ancestors, early primates. We would
He still hasn't
eat
been
the
voted
little
out.
mushrooms. You're interrupting me again, Dave.
I wasn't
Let me
even
get the
talking
thought
to
out.
you.
We're letting you.
Well, then you're not listening to what I'm saying, are you?
Yeah, you said a bunch of apes took some mushrooms.
And over millions
the
of
plains.
years, if you've ever taken mushrooms, you would understand that the brain changes the way it behaves under certain chemicals. And over millions of
Are you
years,
the evidence of
there's an
that?
Oh my God, dude, let me finish. Let me finish.
Question. Are you the
Over
evidence
millions
of
of years, I said it's a theory. I started this by saying it's a theory, okay? There is an unexplained jump in the size of brain matter in primates. It's unexplained. Why did our brains get so big? A theory by Terence McKenna, a world-renowned psychonaut and heroic dose taker of many psychedelics, has this idea that early primates were getting psychedelic visuals.
that? Yeah, you've said
which
that 4
leads
times.
to-
Land your plane.
Oh my God, dude. Let me get out my thing before you interrupt.
Don't pull
I'll
out your
make it-
thing. This is
I'll
a
make it in
children's
10
channel.
In 10 seconds, okay? Mushrooms evolved our brain capacity over time. That's the theory. And it's hard to explain that theory to people if they've never taken psychedelics, which is why I started this whole thing by asking you if you ever had. And I understand that you don't want to release to the world your private drug history, but what I'm telling you is you will not be able to understand this argument well unless you yourself have taken a natural psilocybin plant. So I recommend you do that if you have not.
So your recommendation to disprove God is to take drugs?
You will understand the theory better.
Dog,
if
did you literally
understand
just
what-
come into the live
Amen.
and just like your advice that you gave to everybody was to take drugs?
This man is Reddit atheism
I
incarnate.
think
bro.
to figure
let me say
out
this. I do. I think that everyone should take LSD and mushrooms in a controlled environment and see what it does to your brain.
Oh my God.
I think everyone should
We
do
should
that.
experiment on ourselves, guys.
Yeah.
to
Because this theory
explore a
will make
theory
sense.
that's like
So how does
basically
this disprove
ignored by the
Christianity?
scientific community.
Because over time, apes are tribal creatures.
Yeah.
And as we became Homo sapiens, we grouped into tribes and created a tribal story to protect ourselves from the barbarians at the gates.
Okay.
That's
So
not
how do you know we invented a tribal story?
Because every native culture has a founding mythology that ties them to the land. It's not just Christianity, it's every world religion.
How do you know their mythologies?
Because none of them have come down and did a press conference.
So okay, Abby, have you ever done a press conference?
No.
Abby doesn't exist.
Well, Abby's not claiming to be the ruler of the universe, is she?
Where does it state that the rule of the universe is obligated to do a press conference?
Because it would erase so much strife of people bickering on the internet if he just came down with his all-powerful magic carpet and did a press conference, dude.
Yeah,
Did the
that would
astronauts
would
do a
happen.
press conference about being on the moon?
Just, I mean, why were there so many
technically
miracles
speaking, he did do
before
that,
video
honestly.
cameras?
I mean,
Why
if
were there
you-
so
if
many
you wanna-
miracles before video cameras?
There's a lot of
There's still
miracles that
miracles
happen on
with video
video.
cameras.
You just don't believe them.
Okay, well, if I don't believe them, then there's not enough evidence that they're actually a miracle.
Your argument was that they need to be on camera. That they're on camera, and you say you don't believe them. What's your
Like, there's
standard
people who-
evidence?
There's people who don't believe that. Like,
Well, I'm saying that people relied on oral traditions, and then we figured out writing, and then
Hang
we
on.
wrote down the
Is he gonna vote it
stories,
off?
Hang on.
and now we have YouTube.
Hang on.
Hold on, Abby
Jordan
wants to
was
talk.
talking.
Oh, Jordan was talking.
Jordan was talking.
All right, Jordan.
Oh, I was saying that what you call it? There's like I forgot.
You ruined it.
Has he been voted off
Let
yet?
me ask you this. Let me ask does the Stone Ape theory resonate with any of you? I know
No.
you were
No.
poo-pooing it, but does it make any sense at all?
Nope.
No, and it literally is, as I was looking
How
up,
old-
is ignored by the scientific community.
It's a theory. You know, it's unprovable because we
Here's
weren't
a
there
theory. I
can
billions
make a
of years
theory.
ago.
Here's the theory. God did it.
How old is the Earth? Is it
No.
6,000 or is it
Ooh, this man.
billions of years?
Probably billions.
So in billions of years, is that not enough time for organisms to change over time? Like, do you look
No,
exactly like your parents?
this is actually one of the reasons that I'm agnostic towards evolution is because there isn't enough time period for things like the eyeball to come into existence. There's not enough time for change. That's one of the reasons I'm agnostic towards evolution, because the time period you would need for random mutations to lead things to the eyeball doesn't add up.
You're saying that based on 35 years on the planet when the planet has been around for 7 billion years? Like, your concept
you
of
gotta wait
time
at least
is limited
3
to a
billion
human
years, John.
perspective.
Sorry, Jordan, what'd you say?
You can't fathom billions of years because you're only 35 years old.
Jordan,
I
what
said
did you say?
you gotta live to be at least 3 billion years before you can start commenting on that.
Oh, so then we can't trust anybody who talks about evolution ever?
No, your premise was there's not enough time, and I'm
Yep.
telling you that there has been enough time.
How do you know?
How do you know that? You're not a billion years old. The Earth's been around for 7 billion years at least.
So why would salamanders that live in caves have eyes that now are defunctional because they live in complete darkness?
Yeah,
Why would they
I don't
have eyes?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with minor changes. That's a common thing. There's not really anybody
Minor
who disagrees
changes
with
over
that.
time.
My
minor
thing
changes
my thing
over time lead
my
to
thing
big changes.
yeah. My thing is speciation.
You're saying your thing is species. Like, how are there so many species?
No, like how a
When the
species can
arc
go
only-
from one species to another. I don't really think there's enough evidence that's convinced me of that yet. And again, I'm agnostic. I could go either way. I'm fine with both. If evolution is true, I'm perfectly fine. I used to be an evolutionary theist. And then I started looking into it and I'm like, there's a lot of correlation is causation fallacies happening here.
Do you think that Noah's Ark was a true story or like a parable?
Are you just going to keep jumping around to like every point? I think it is a true
Everybody's
story.
jumping around, dude.
I think it's
Everybody's
I
jumping
think it's a
around. You're
true
doing it,
story.
I'm
I
doing
think
it.
it's a true story. I think it's a localized flood. That's where I sit. I think there's many explanations. It could be parabolic, and I'm perfectly fine if it is parabolic. It also could be a world flood. I'm fine with that too. It doesn't change anything about Christianity.
Well, if you can't believe that there's so many species, then how did all of the species and all of their diverse
That's not what I said.
ways fit on one boat?
That's not what I said. I didn't say I don't believe there's so many species.
You don't think that one species can gradually morph into a similar species? Is that the idea?
A different species. Because again, if evolution is true, I have a common ancestor with a banana. Which means at some point there was something that between the two of us went one direction where we became monkeys and then bipedal humans, and then it went the other direction and became a banana.
Well, it all started with like RNA, DNA. It was all just strands
Cool,
of
awesome. Can you show me
chemicals together that gradually got more complex.
Can you prove to me abiogenesis without using any faith?
Did you see that they found life on Mars?
They found building blocks of life on Mars.
Does that not lend credence to an idea that the building blocks of life are everywhere, and sometimes the conditions on the planet are so ripe that it just thrives and gains
So
complexity
do you have
over
evidence
time?
of abiogenesis, yes or no?
I think that scientists have created life from non-life in a lab. I don't have the evidence for it.
No, they haven't.
I don't have the evidence.
They
I'm
haven't
just
done that.
driving in a van right now.
Well, now I have to kick you. God bless.
Thank God.
I can't believe you guys didn't vote him out. For 30 minutes, I had to listen to that guy.
And we have to go soon.
Yeah, we got to go in 15 minutes or so. So
So
we got time for one more
you
quick
guys
one.
wasted our time.
I wanted to hear Jordan's arguments on the Trinity today. That's what I wanted to hear. I haven't really gotten a good one. I'm gonna have to call you later, Jordan. And talk
It
you
has to be
privately.
a 70% vote. I did not lie. Thank you very much.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm in my 20s.
All right, bro. Christianity and the Trinity are true. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
So I'm a Christian. Christianity is true. The words of God are true as written in the King James Version of the Holy Bible.
Base, appreciate you.
Ooh-wee. He's not a Trinitarian. He definitely won this.
Oh, damn. I should have kept him up then. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey man, I'm 37.
All right, bro. Christianity and the Trinity are true. Go ahead.
Yes, I would have something to offer that challenges the Trinity, although for the most part I would consider myself one, but this is something that I'm having trouble backing up. So I'll make this short, like 5 minutes.
Okay.
But one quick interesting thing that I found about the idea of a worldwide flood is in archaeology, paleontology, they find.
Well, you said you had a question about the Trinity.
Yeah, I'll just get to that.
Yeah,
so in Zechariah, there's the statement that I don't believe this is coming from the angel of the Lord. I believe this is the Lord speaking to Zechariah and saying, when you look upon me, on him whom you have pierced, is the way most of our translations.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 10. John.
Yeah. So when I'm going through the Hebrew on that, and it's sort of someone explaining this that specializes in the language of Hebrew, it's being broken down in a way that's saying, when they look upon me, referring to Yahweh, concerning him whom they have pierced, when many of us use that interchangeably as God saying, when they look upon me, whom they have pierced.
Now, the word in Hebrew is going to be alay, which means to me or upon me. You can go to the interlinear, John.
Okay, so
now what the Jews will do is they'll say it's concerning me because they don't know how it could be to or upon me. But alay, if you click on the word, no. Oh, yeah, alay right there. If you click on that word and look at all the usages, you're gonna see it's gonna be like to me, about, keep going.
About is like interchangeable.
Keep going. Upon me.
I'm seeing to me, but also about there. So when they look upon me, about him whom they have pierced. With
toward me.
What'd you say, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's literally gonna mostly be to or upon.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing about being a possible interchangeable word there too. So if you inserted that,
then they will look about whom they pierced.
No, they would look upon me about him whom they have pierced.
So the A or that first letter is going to be to, and then lay is going to be me. So you can either translate that as upon, to.
I don't get how either translation changes the meaning.
Because basically what they're just saying, they're looking at God as to why this individual is pierced.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also see that we know that this is talking about Christ as well because of Revelation, but Revelation chapter 1, I think. But yeah, that's just going to be to me or upon me. But like they literally just have to. It's one of the verses that they kind of have to change in order to kind of like make it make sense in their paradigm because they don't know how God could be pierced. But the word literally translated is going to be to me.
Okay, well, that's helpful. So that's the first one. And the second one I'll make really quick. In proving that Jesus is divine, that he pre-existed before the birth of Mary. being born from Mary. You have John
Wait,
1.
are you proving it or are you asking a question?
Under the precondition. So someone who is disproving it, this
Well,
I
so
was
hold
having a
on. Are
conversation.
you proving it? Are you making the argument or are you asking a question?
I'm for the argument that Jesus pre-existed, but I'm asking because this arose from a Unitarian, and it was the first time I've heard this, right? So just trying to get some ammunition from you guys as how to defend this idea.
Okay.
So the other one is in John 1, which we hear most commonly in the beginning. So he was saying, well, in the other Gospels with Mark and Luke, they're in their first chapter, they're referring to the beginning of Jesus's ministry. And his argument was that in the beginning wasn't referring to the beginning of the creation period. It was referring to the beginning of Jesus's ministry, which is very interesting. I've never heard that before.
How do they make that connection when it's like, it's generally like known by everybody, not even like people who agree with Christianity, that this is John is referencing Genesis?
Right, but I'm looking for deeper than this is what has been taught.
But you could you could just look at the parallel between
so
the two.
The reason that you can go to the Greek and literally see that does not make sense, because if you go to the first word, ain, that word, so NRK, ain, was the word. That word for was means that like it's imperfect. And what that means is that it was already there. Like the word already existed before like the ministry. Like I don't know what are they saying specifically about the ministry?
If you're looking up RK, you're going to have a group of synonyms there, and some of them have been utilized in
the beginning
of time.
In the beginning of the ministry, the word was already there.
Right. That's the argument that's being made.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why would that's like that's like duh. That's like John saying, "Hey guys, before Jesus had a ministry, he was born."
Well, it's saying that would be more like saying when he was born, he was there. Right? It's kind of redundant.
Huh?
If I'm saying in the beginning of Jesus's ministry was Jesus, that's a redundant statement. That's where he's interpreting it. That's how he's interpreting it. You see what I'm saying? In the beginning of Jesus's ministry was Jesus.
Why is that even an argument? Like that's just stupid.
It is stupid. Like it's the first time I've heard it, and I'm like, it's difficult to just say that's non-commonsensical when someone's that far out and they're taking.
Some people are just dumb. Like you can't even do anything about that.
Have you heard that before?
No, that's just dumb. Nobody's ever said that before. He might be the first person in history to ever say that.
I guess there's a small sect of Unitarians that
they have to make up dumb behind things beyond logic and reason.
Right.
So he's just randomly talking about how all things were made through him, but not talking about in the beginning, which happens to be the same exact way that is mentioned in Genesis chapter 1.
And he was interpreting that to mean everything made throughout Jesus's ministry was made by him. Again, redundant.
What?
Yeah. Thank you. Right? Crazy. Like, what can you say to that? Like, how can you posit some intelligible?
I mean, you could just say it's more likely that the last time we saw in the beginning was Genesis chapter 1, and it talks about creation, and all of a sudden it just talks about everything being made. Because it literally says everything that was made or brought into existence was brought into existence through him.
And not one thing that has been made was not made but by him.
Yeah,
right.
It's just dumb. Like if somebody's like that, then they just want to go to hell, I guess.
It's crazy twisting, man. Like how can you? Yeah.
Some people just are beyond hope.
They want to see what they want to see. So anyway, I'll let somebody else come up. You guys are about ready to close things down, but
yeah,
thanks for your time.
I'm not taking another one after you, but I appreciate your time, bro. God bless.
All right, thanks. God bless.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing next Wednesday?
That is a good question. I might have school.
I need you to defend some Trinity stuff. I got to get on that a bit more.
I might have school. I gotta look at my schedule, so I don't know.
Oh. Okay, guys, so we're gonna shut it down. I got a little extra time to just chill, but we do have to head out. I got stuff to do for my own spiritual life today, so I can't go extra longer. I got to make sure I make it to that. What was I gonna say? If you want to support the channel, you could do so on Patreon. Links in the bio. You can also support by a member. You can also do it through Super Chats. Guys, I want to thank everybody who's been donating to the Super Chats on Monday and Wednesday. You guys have been way more than generous, way more than we deserve. So the fact that you're doing that, we just want to say thank you. We do try to put it to use, and we try to put it back into the channel. It keeps us going. We go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. Like I said, I'm not going to be live this Friday because it's my birthday, and we're going to go do something for my birthday. So we won't be live this Friday, but we're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to do tomorrow for debates.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. And if you want to follow Jordan, I absolutely think everybody should follow Jordan. I don't want to make his head too big, but the man is an extremely intelligent, does extremely good works for the faith. So I think you guys should follow Jordan at Jordan Travis Show on YT, or if you're watching on TikTok, follow the man right here as well.
It's not his birthday today. It's his birthday Friday.
That'd be on. Yeah, it's on Friday. And what am I forgetting, Abby?
We'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah, instead. I said that 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it. We'll do prayer, and then we're gonna hang out another 5-10 minutes over on YT. So at Big John Steele there. Oh yes, a Patreon. I've stopped doing the Bible studies because nobody's listening to them. So and they're a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work to do them, especially. Thank you very much, sir.
Happy birthday, John Steele.
Thank you. And thank you for spelling my name right. So yeah, we stopped doing them because it's a lot of work. It really is. The amount of studying and effort I put into it and to record it and then post it, it's a lot of work if no one's listening to it. I think you guys, again, should let me know on the Discord what you would like to see that is worth your money, basically what's worth your money that you'd like to see on Patreon, which is, hey, I would pay to get this service because I want to make sure that we're providing good things for you with the ability to keep the channel going. See you later, Jordan. With that being said, let's do our prayer, and then you can head over to YouTube for a hangout. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we also forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Lord, thank you for these conversations that we have. They may not be the most fruitful sometimes, but I think you can still do many good works in it. Help us understand that sometimes the conversation is not just for the person across from us, but for the people that are listening. Guide us and correct us, put us on the right path. If we're wrong, correct us for what we do. But if those come against us are wrong, correct them as well. Forgive us of our sins and continue to give us grace as we walk forward and try to submit to you. Help us understand who you are and be in closer relation with you every single day. I ask that you bless everybody who's come against us today, that you walk with them, that you be present with them, that you guide them into the knowledge of who you are, so they can feel the grace and love that you can provide for them. Lord, just be with every one of them. If they are not to come to the knowledge of you out of their own rejection, Lord, I ask that you just give them all their desires here on earth and give them all the blessings that they seek in hopes that they may understand it's not enough without you. I ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. All right, guys, come over to YT for like 5 more minutes. If you have some more questions, at Big John Steele. But if not, we will see you tomorrow. God bless. I was really hoping to get Jordan to do some Trinity stuff today. We got some stuff, but not really a lot. Not really a lot. But that's what the hope was. Super chats. Did I forget the super chats? I don't think.
I think Christian Killian sent one.
I exist. Please don't make me not exist. I'll do whatever you say. I have. Otherwise, I just cease to be. We got these ones. Yeah. Am I agnostic? No, I'm a Christian. John, which is more annoying? The prompt that says Jesus was a myth, or the one that asks who created God? Which is more objectively annoying? I would say who created God. I say that's the most objectively annoying prompt. Jesus is a myth. I think there's really poor argumentations for it, but it's argumentations. The who created God argument is not really an argument, and it's just a complete lack of understanding of what Christians are trying to argue. And yes, again, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. 35, the big 3-5, freaking 5 more years to 40. And that gives me so much anxiety. So much anxiety. I was going to ask you, Jordan, I don't know if Jordan's still watching, but I was going to ask him if he was doing the CFOB with the Rubik's Cube. Because I'm really struggling with CFOB and memorizing the algorithms. I can get to this with CFOB. And then I get real stuck because the algorithm is so long and it's hard to memorize. And even struggle to get to this sometimes. You'll be 50 in 5 years. It's a weird feeling, right? John approaching Unk status. Don't you already have Unk status over the age of 30? Doesn't that make you Unk? And then
If you're an uncle, aren't you an Unk?
Well, I am an uncle.
He is an uncle.
I have many. Ever since I got married, I have many nieces and nephews.
So we got 3 plus 3 plus 2.
I'm going to ask Google.
Is 8.
When do you get Unk status? Typically 40 years or older. So I'm not quite Unk status yet. Okay, good. At least I haven't hit Unk status yet. By the time you hit 40, you don't care anymore. I don't know because
I have kind of heard that actually.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm going to die soon anyways.
No.
I'll be happy if I reach the age of 40 inshallah. I've been 50 now for 14 years. I'm actually quite pleased with how many I'll say mature people we have watching this channel, which is really cool because it's like when people ask me, hey, what do you do for a living? I do YouTube and I'm on TikTok, and it's like so the impression is like, oh, you talk to a bunch of children and it's a children's app, but it's not the case. My algorithm shows that we're in the range of 18 to 35 is most of the people that watch. And then the second is above that. Unfortunately, I know many that didn't make it to 30, as do I. I argue with idiots online. It's true. I don't seek them out. I actually, here's the shitty thing again about being this online. I want conversations that prove me wrong. I really do. Because then it pushes me to grow. It's like jiu-jitsu, right? If all you do is roll with the white belts, you don't really grow. Occasionally, you got to roll with some black belts, and then you grow. But the problem is when you roll with a black belt, you lose. Here's the problem with the internet. It's public. So if you roll with a black belt on the internet, then it's like, oh, John Steele got cooked and got roasted. Like me against debating Alex O'Connor. 2 years ago now? Or a year ago? 1 year ago?
I think.
Yeah, a year ago. And people are saying, you still coming up. You got cooked by Connor. You got cooked by Connor. You got cooked by Connor. Like, no kidding. Dude is literally a philosopher, went to Oxford, got a degree, and actually knew the topic we were debating. Of course I got cooked. I'm okay with that. But the internet doesn't care. The coach crashed out so many times, dodging callers' questions by changing the topic to discuss the callers instead of the topic. I did crash out a few times. Yeah, I crash out a lot. There's no doubt about that. No. To your second critique, absolutely not. The Dodgers are the guests were gish galloping, and then I keep trying to keep them on point. And then when they refused to stay on point, then I reverted to insults because I knew it was not a fruitful conversation at the point. So I figured I might as well have fun. That's kind of how it goes. Because it's fun. It's fun sometimes to just go into a roasting contest because they throw it back. They don't just take it. It's a back and forth. And then it just becomes like a rap battle. It's fun. The Jedi has been around for millennia and they made 10 movies. So it's true. You just got to have faith. Okay. You believe in Jedi. Good for you. I didn't find it convincing. You didn't really get cooked with which? With the guests today or with Connor? Alex's latest paperclip argument was low tier. He just really looking for excuses now. I don't think he has. I think he has great arguments. I think he has bad arguments. That's the thing, right? That's the thing with him too. He's a 25-year-old guy, extremely intelligent and extremely smart, but he's going to do bad things too on the internet, and then people are going to just go at him for that constantly, rather than seeing his evolution as he grows. I literally cited a few places where the Bible supports slavery.
They're having their own conversation.
Oh. I thought you were talking to me. Yes, it does. I'm an 800-year-old vampire, definitely Unk status. All right, folks. One more minute, then I'm out of here. One more minute. I should start the car now that I thought about it.
Apparently it's really icy out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's been warmer. So it's like it's doing it where it warms up and it melts and then slicks. And,
well, and it rained too,
yeah,
so
goes back and forth. You should make a book list. I could do that. Yeah, I could put a book list up, but I won't put that on the Patreon because
they want a book club.
A book club. Yeah. For Patreon?
Yeah. Where you read a book and then discuss.
Do that like once a week. That's not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea. My problem is I don't read books like you guys read books. Here's the thing. Like, for example, I'm reading a book right now that I probably spend 2 or 3 hours on a couple pages. So, like, it's like, read this chapter and come back to me and we'll discuss it.
You can do pages. You can do whatever you want.
I guess I could.
Yeah, we have looked at putting your notes there on Patreon too.
Yeah, but we were gonna do my notes, but then I showed people my notes on my Discord, and I'm like, this is what you're gonna get. It's pretty chaotic.
Well, you can make it prettier.
That's a lot of work.
Maybe
I got a lot of notes.
Maybe I could do that. I don't know. Well, we'll look at it.
Yeah. Still want my notes.
Funky still wants them. Mess and all.
I have I could do my Notion notes because my Notion notes are pretty good. But my Notion notes are basically I take a whole bunch of information. So I take all the information I've gotten from my note. I could do that. I could just do that because this is what I've done to reference it. So I get a whole bunch of notes and I get a whole bunch of information, and then I throw it into ChatGPT and I say, make this more readable, more understanding, and put the citations in there with it. And so that's what I do for my Notion notes. And so they look a little bit better. Let me give an example.
Organized. Hands.
Yeah, so like this is my notes on hands. Right. People worshiping Jesus. My problem is I just don't go back to my notes and reference it.
Gabe said studying that logic book together would be good. What would be good for you is teaching what you're learning.
Teaching it, yeah.
Because that would help you remember.
I literally we started making flashcards last night because like I'm studying it and I'm struggling so hard because I'm not just reading that book. I'm not with that logic book. I'm not finishing that book until I can actually comprehend everything that's in it. And I can actually do the things like I can do a truth table. I can actually do a Venn diagram. I can actually understand all the very specific inference rules. Like I'm, and that's why it's like 2 or 3 hours because like I'm just trying to comprehend a single point. Like and sometimes the author of that book I have to understand meta or I don't get it. He'll just say you have to do a thing and he won't explain to me why. And he's just like, just do that. So for example, he's like, you have to do a short table, but in doing a short table, you have to assume that the conclusion is false to start. And he just said that. And then he just left it. And I was like, why do I have to assume the conclusion's false? So I had to go and look it up. And the reason you start to assume the conclusion's false is because that if you can show that every part of the truth table is true, but the conclusion is false, then it's not logically valid. But if you can see a contradiction in it, then it is logically valid. So you're starting backwards. You assume it's false. You prove it. If you prove it. Anyways, love y'all. God bless. See y'all next time.